This is really people.
Hello. Welcome to That One Piece Talk. My name is Larry.
Lawrence.
Lionel. Sev.
And this is That One Piece Talk, where we talk One Piece. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode, and it is episode 82. Today, our main focus is going to be talking about One Piece Chapter 1071. Now, before you start yelling and before you start judging, yes, this chapter got leaked about a week and a half ago. And you're asking yourselves, why do these guys just do the chapters when they do it instead of doing it immediately when it comes out? Well, we would probably have to do 2 chapters in 1 week, and the official translations don't come out. So there's things going to be mistranslated 1000% of the time. So bear with us on that. Since the chapter did come out this Sunday, we are going to discuss it. Now, everybody that's for the first time watching us, we are a One Piece podcast. I think I started to realize some people who don't subscribe to us but do watch us happen to be people that tune in either for the first time and they're like, oh, I didn't know anything about this. There's people that commented on the latest episode that said, I don't know what Sebastian looks like, but like this Jinbei cosplay is fire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, man,
so for
Sev,
all
this
the
is your
new
first
people
episode?
who
That's
discover us and haven't subscribed yet, just let you know, thank you for your time. Thank you for your interest. This is what Sebastian looks like. And thank you for everybody on YouTube, Discord, and all our audio-only listeners. If you don't know, we do have merch. If you go to thatonepiecetalk.com/merch, you would be able to get a small or medium shirt that comes with a customized box by yours truly. That is the first edition. Other than that, I have no other news. And basically, we'll say what's up to everybody in the chat.
Yeah,
We'll do questions, and then I guess the new Davey back fight is happening this week.
Yeah.
You talk about it all.
All right, yeah. So, welcome everybody to That One Piece Talk. I just want to say hi to everybody in the chat. We got KJ, Party Pete, Blazer, Gadi Usopp, Joy Boy Mark, I Hate Mo, Party Pete. I said Party Pete already. My bad. United States of Blurred, Hayden Humphrey, Villain, James Hudson, aka Pig. Par Vision's in the chat. What's up, Par?
Dad Vision.
Dad Vision, man. Baby Z.
Dad Vision.
Shout out to Z, man.
Yeah.
Winston Quintero, Jordan, Oz, Dante Veal. I can't read that. I'm illiterate, I guess. I don't know. Nerd Taku, Shandi Wandi, Bogdan Kazan, The Last Antari, Quavo. So many of y'all in here, man. We really appreciate y'all being here.
Thank you.
So many.
You're gonna talk about
my fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this Wednesday we'll be going live again and completing the Legendary Duos bracket for the Davies Dark Tournament. Really, if you guys do want to tune in, it's going to be Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. As always, we'll be completing that tournament. It's going to be featuring some of the higher names in the One Piece world history, talking Kaido. Wait, did they? I'm trying to remember. I don't even have the bracket on me anymore. I'm talking Roger and Rayleigh, Sengoku and Garp, Kaido and Big Mom are still alive?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
You gotta send me the bracket and then you could just post it.
Do I have it here? Yeah, Kaido and Big Mom versus Sengoku and Garp, and Roger and Rayleigh versus Whitebeard and Odin. It should be fire. I really hope you guys tune in. And if you guys want to join us and debate for which combatants you guys think will win, join us in our Discord. Mods, please add the link to the Discord in the chat box. But it should be a whole lot of fun. We love hearing you guys argue and have some of the wilder takes.
No, you can't use the word argue. Comes off negatively. You gotta say debate.
I'm gonna use the word argue because I'm an arguer. All right, debate, care.
You're tearing society down. You're what's wrong with it.
I am what's wrong with society. I ain't even gonna lie.
So
Thank
you to everybody that's just joining us for the first time again. Thank you. I'll send the bracket out probably tomorrow morning so everybody could get their notes in and prepare for these intense debates. I was about to say fights. You see? When you use the word argue, I thought about fighting.
It's arguing. You see how the people interact, bro.
Look we arguing already.
I know.
Instead of debating.
This is the point.
You have that as a soundbite, Marv? Okay. Yeah. All right. All right, let's get into it. So, guys, you ready for these questions?
For sure.
Ready? No. You're not ready?
No, I'm
Do
joking.
you want to, before we...
I might have
Nah,
to.
you want to do it?
Oh, I forgot something. Dang it. All right.
What'd you forget? My hug?
You don't even give me
All right. So, One Piece Chapter 71. I call this topic the Kuma Paradox. So, the chapter doesn't have a cover story this time around. Instead, we're introduced to Kuma flying through the skies like Superman. Then we see a world government emblem and Kuma crashes into a wall with it on it. This wall is the red port at the base of the red line. He falls down in front of the citizens and they all run in terror. They recognize Kuma, the invincible slave, for the celestial dragons and how he escaped the land of the gods. Then Kuma gets up like the Undertaker in a coffin. Everyone screams and starts running again. Kuma, bleeding with a cracked face, looks up, shaking. The citizens yell for someone to call the Marines and to stay away. It's also stated that he is once again a slave for the celestial dragons and he no longer possesses a will. Also, his current programming directive is unknown. Did you guys think Kuma would come here, and why do you think he did? And we'll start with Lawrence.
Thank you. Thank you. I honestly did not, was not calling he's going to come up to the world government headquarters, the base, right, under Mary Jo's, right? That's where he went, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was not expecting that at all. I expected him to go, honestly, to where his daughter was. That's where I kind of foresee him coming. Because it goes into it later on, but the programming thing. I always suspected that he worked something with Vegapunk that in his programming were why he's this way. Because again, it didn't make sense for getting Kuma's background, that he was a king of a kingdom, and then he became pirate, but also revolutionary, but also the things that he hated the world government. That was said about Kuma, right? And this is going back when we didn't know much about Vegapunk either, but either way, it's like, why would you just allow this to be done to you? Because it's like, none of this is in your favor, you know? You're being programmed to be a complete tool for the world government, which you hate. And you just did it like with no failsafe or nothing to benefit you at all. So it has to be some reason. So I kind of feel like part of the programming at a certain time or whatever, it could have even been, I don't want to go into it because like later on in the chapter, but we already know this, so I could say this, with Vegapunk, right? Vegapunk could have programmed something in Kuma, like, all right, the world government's probably going to come after me sooner or later, you know? So I'm going to program a failsafe in you that when that time happens, you're going to go to the world government and achieve something. Take something, attack them, distract them, something. Keep them busy, but that could be the failsafe for why he's here. So I'm going to go with that for now. It could be that he sent something in a program, but it could be that Vegapunk programmed in Kuma that whenever the world government turns their back on me, that's when you move. So I'll keep it as simple as that for now.
All right. Lionel? You know, it's crazy. He did it while you were talking.
I'm just thinking, like,
You just did it again. All right, just go.
I was like, are you saying that Kuma is here to actually finish somebody off? It could be. I don't know. I can't. It could take somebody out. I can't. Yeah, it could be to something, but I just know like Vegapunk is very, very smart, and it goes into like later on. I don't want to give up too much because we haven't gotten there yet. But I always believe there's a reason why Kuma had to agree with this and why Vegapunk did this. You know. And to me, it's like it's just smart. I'm used to like other scientists that do things, but you kind of put a failsafe in one of your creations to make sure it doesn't harm you or it still works out in your favor. So it could be to take someone out or to achieve something, distract something. But there's a purpose of why he's here. I think that's going to play out for a later role of what we're seeing especially towards the end with what we saw Vegapunk and Bonnie. Because you made me think of like a couple of things, but I don't know if Vegapunk would really do that, like put a bomb in Kuma. Ooh,
Yo,
That would be crazy. It's like when they come at me, go to the headquarters and just blow it up. Kamikaze that bitch.
I'm with it, bro.
Kamikaze that place, man.
Suicide and shit. Hey.
Yo.
I ain't mad at that.
Yeah.
But we don't know the reason why Kuma is going because he's on an urgency for whatever reason. But because honestly, for some reason I thought Akuma's ability. For some reason I knew when I saw Luffy was flying when Kuma sent him flying. But for some reason I always linked it as teleportation. Like when he was fighting Zoro, he was he made himself disappear and appear here. But now they're applying when Kuma does it this far away. He doesn't just appear there like Law. He legit flies there. Mm-hmm. So I was thinking in my head I don't know if this is. I think Sebastian brought it up before. Is this the target place, his destination? Was this in the way, or he physically wanted to go here for a purpose? Because things are still unclear. Is he still traveling to his destination, or this is where his destination was supposed to be, and he has an objective that he's supposed to do? Whether it's related to Vegapunk or not. I don't know, but again, it could be many things. I'd be crazy if he really is he's a bomb right now, and he might Vegapunk might use it. All right, you trying to kill me? I'm going to kill Eam or blow half of main Joyce or something in here at the red line here specifically that Vegapunk wants destroyed or wants to get. Even Kuma could even try to get something, to try to achieve something and bring it to where Vegapunk is. So it could be many things. I mean, he either destroys something or he's grabbing something, or even someone specifically. Yeah, it could also be to alert someone. Since Kuma may not be able to speak, it could be Kuma's here, his presence is here, that signals to somebody else. Oh, I must act now. Say Vegapunk has another ally in the world government, or someone that's going to do something. We're going on Kuma's response to being here. It could also be that, not him necessarily achieving something, but his presence is enough said.
Yeah. Sab?
Yeah, I didn't go that deep into my theory crafting on this one. I just looked at it from the geographical standpoint. If I remember correctly, Kamabaka is in the Grand Line, and Egghead is in the New World. So, to get there, you have to go through, underneath, or over the Red Line. So I think he's going at. I still think he was trying to go to Egghead, and it was just this giant wall is in the way. So, for whatever reason, Kuma didn't factor that in. I don't know if his brain is working well enough or whatever it was. I think he was just flying to Egghead, and he just crashed into the Red Line. And he's probably still going to actively try to get there. I absolutely love what you just said about him being a suicide bomber or kamikaze. That would be awesome. Kuma's cool, but if he just wiped a whole section of Mary Jo out for Vegapunk on some for the cause. I'm with that. I mean, Dragon's clearly not with it, but I'm with it. I don't care about Kuma. So, I think that would be cool. I still think he was coming to Egghead. This is just what ended up happening. You know what I mean? But
you've been wanting too many characters to die, man.
Listen, man, kill them all. If they not a Straw Hat.
Yeah, we endgame, bro. You gotta start taking people out.
There you go.
That would be dope. I think that's a great way of going forward with the story. I mean, what's better than, you're being attacked, so you attack the only place that people need to rush to if they're being attacked. Will they pull CP0 out from Egghead?
Right.
Yeah. But I do see a similarity with the robot that climbed the red line, and now Vegapunk's yo, that idea, I just do it with Kuma, and now he has a sufficient amount of power in order to make it up the Grand Line and stay up there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's cool. I don't have much to say about this, man. I think that it's still too vague. I think we could, theorize all we want, but I don't really have anything for this moment. I wish I did, but to be honest, I don't. Because I feel like I don't have anything good to say about it at all. So I'm just going to not. That's really where I'm at with it.
I like what you just said, though, about it being a tactic. Y'all want to attack me on my home? I'm sending heat at your home, and now y'all got to figure out what y'all want to do. So
the question is Kuma still inside? And the bigger question is is the devil fruit allowed to work without him being alive? And technically, I would say no, because objects can take devil fruits.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though we've only see it with Zoan devil fruits. I mean, to a degree, you probably don't really have to be alive.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That again, that's just information we just don't have actual evidence of.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool. I don't have anything to say, bro. It's cool. That's it.
I just want to add one more thing because I think it's interesting going into like what you said, because also too, going back with right after the time skip and right before the saga, we get word that Kuma, protected the Straw Hat ship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Apparently that was a deal he worked out with Vegapunk. I don't know when or how, but he said that.
Well, it's probably why he was being operated on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's the thing, right? Like with programming, everything that's a program usually follows like an algorithm.
Yeah.
Right. So if like, let's say like the algorithm states like, if the person who enters the number 50 into the program, the program has two choices, right? It's going to give you option 1 or option 2. And if you type in 50 or you type in 51, it will go from 1 to 2. So if you do 51, it goes to 2. If you do 50, it goes to 1. So it's like in accordance to steps that it has to follow. So if Kuma was directed by Vegapunk from this unknown program, and he's still connected to the Egghead like Wi-Fi or the cloud, then he probably knows, hey, somebody attacked Egghead and it was the government. So now he's like, oh, this is the next step in my programming that I have to do, regardless of what he wants to do. And this is why he probably doesn't talk anymore, and he's just gone for sure. So it's weird.
It's also weird because it doesn't make sense, because also last time we saw Vegapunk, we saw Kuma. He referred to Dragon as master. Now, is that part of Kuma's personality, or was that part of Vegapunk's programming?
Or him just being a slave. So he just calls anybody a master.
Yeah. Well, could be that too.
Because he could probably still be programmed to be a slave.
Right.
Yeah.
I would say he's probably programmed as a slave, like just in general. So if anybody approaches him or speaks to him, he views himself as beneath. They're all a master to him, unless they're a slave.
Yeah, because I can't picture regular Kuma being like master.
I can't picture Dragon.
I know he wouldn't accept that, but it's like
Usopp doesn't even call Luffy master. You know
I agree with that. And Dragon, how he runs his crew and ship, that wouldn't be his hierarchy.
Exactly.
Then he does it.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be.
I run a tight ship.
Yeah. Because you got to speculate, right? All right. Let's hit these super chats.
Yeah, man. We got a couple super chats. First off, we got $2 from Mr. Bushido56. It says, X Drake is on Egghead. We're going to get into that in a little bit when we talk about who Vegapunk was talking to. But there is an awesome theory from Mr. Bushido in regards to this that it made me a believer. I am of the belief that they was talking to Drake, but we'll go into that later.
He ain't beating Lucci. I don't care what nobody says.
So what?
Nah.
Nobody said that.
He got to be a distraction, so you're going to sacrifice him?
Nobody said that. I didn't say that. All right. We got another $5 from Mr. Bushido 56. It says, Dragon calling Kuma back mirrors Luffy saying he needs Sanji. I think Kuma had a disease and gave his body up to VP to do so he can still serve the Revolutionary Army. Vivi gets his devil fruit. You guys think about that?
No.
It's a lot there.
No.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I've heard the Vivi gets Kuma's fruit theory before.
Wait, why do you think that?
It's a lot. It's a lot of like, I don't want to just say biblical, but there's a lot of like religious like references to Vivi, her name, Kuma's name, and a lot of stuff that goes into that. I could send you those theories, but I can't elaborate on them right now because I don't remember them too well. But it was interesting. It was very interesting. But thank you so much, Mr. Bushido. Yeah. We got $2 from Strahd. It says, Seb cute, man. Seb ooh.
Hey, man. Think I'm cute?
Look at me, man.
Look at me. I appreciate you, Strahd.
Yeah, Strahd. Keep shooting your shot, bro.
Man. Oh man, we got a $20 super chat from our guy Joy Boy Mark. It says, How you doing, guys? Got a question. Do you think Kuma's main body still has his original will, or do you think Vegapunk has it downloaded in the Seraph or somewhere else? You kind of talked on this a little bit just now, but
thank you for the 20, by the way. Yeah, I mean, I would see. I view this current Kuma as like Atlas. You know, like the cracked face, bleeding. It's another satellite. Is it a satellite for the actual Kuma? And this is where it gets interesting at the end of the chapter, because that's kind of my thought process on what's happening. Is that this is a satellite of. We'll get into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think that would be fire if it was.
Yeah, it's gonna be revealed because we know that Vegapunk wants to explain to Bonnie something and you give her something. So
we're gonna get into it. Yeah, I have a lot to say about that too.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much, Joy Boy.
Yes,
we got a $20 super chat from Mr. Muppets 34. Why couldn't I say that? It says, "Hey guys, want to hear your thoughts on this theory I was thinking about. I think that the Aokiji versus Akainu fight didn't really happen. It was just a ploy to trick Blackbeard so Aokiji can join without seeming he's still a Marine."
Imagine, kind of take off my leg.
Yeah, that's a little extreme.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's a little extreme a measure to take. Yeah. I think it works better that they actually fought. Yeah. Because the tension was high, and they do have conflicting ideals on how the Marines should be run.
Should be a movie.
Larry's touched on this a lot of times in the past on the show about that we should have got a Marine movie that highlighted this fight and the clashing in ideals. But I think it works better that two people stood on what they believed in this drastically. Yeah. And even though they were I don't want to say friends, but they grew up in the same system as far as Marines and beliefs. They were able to clash, and they couldn't stand for one another being what?
Imagine. He's like, yo, man, just take off my leg.
Yo, listen.
Blackbeard never gonna believe it.
Listen. There's something to that. If y'all seen The Prestige,
I was about to say,
if you've seen The Prestige, you gotta sell it.
Yo,
you gotta sell it for real.
Full commit.
You gotta commit. I don't know if Aokiji doing all that.
He's like, all right, but you can only give me a scar on my arm. But I gotta take off your leg.
It's like he takes his leg off first. He's like, all right, it's your turn. He's like, whoa. Chill.
He's like, what do you mean chill?
You get it? No, I'm playing.
But I would say
that was a bad joke.
That was pretty good.
Why I believe it really happened though too is because the same thing what we get with freedom in the One Piece world, like different ideals, freedom. It's the same with justice, and especially towards the Marine side. You know, so justice and freedom is always like weighing the balance of how people go about it, and how people view it. That people will clash on it. The idea of freedom and their idea of justice. Freedom is played more heavily to the pirate world, their aspect. But justice is more played into the Marine world and their aspect. And you have, or even the world government, they have different, like, we already get different types of justice and all that stuff. So this stand for, it shows how much people are ready to fight for and believe it, where you have two opposing sides of justice, and with Aokiji representing one side and Akainu representing one side, because that even goes back to Robin's flashback, where Aokiji showed a disdain towards Akainu for his actions of like even blowing up that ship and trying to kill this little girl, even killing civilians who, for that justice.
Now I do want to say one thing. I do believe that Akainu could be involved in Sword or involved in the ploy to trick Blackbeard or whatever Aokiji's doing. I just do think the fight for real happened, and that the consequences of the fight are real. Like he really lost his leg or arm, whichever one it was. I think his leg. Yeah. I think it was real. I think they really scrapped.
Same.
And I also think they awakened their fruits as proof positive that they scrapped. But
because also the island is like the island's kind of evident.
We got a $17.99 super chat from our guy, that messy hair guy. Thank you, messy hair. But you didn't put us actual super chat. You didn't say anything. Next time, please comment with some sort of take, whatever it is, so that we can shout you out and your thoughts.
Thank you, Messy.
Man, we got another $2 super chat from our guy Strahd. It says, from the three. Strahd shooting a shot at me in the chat. You gotta hit the DMs, bro. Hit the DMs. Can't keep it private.
There's no cake though.
I'm not talking about my cake on stream, bro.
Yo, Strahd, we're probably gonna have to ante up the $2 so you don't have to send so many chats with $2, bro.
Oh man. Thank you so much, Strahd. We got
Thank
another
you, Strahd.
$5 from Tachi D Spins. It says, Larry taking L's on Seer, doing Lil Nas X shame. I seen your streams at Atari. I assume this is on Tari's quote that Tachi is quoting here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Baby.
Do you care to elaborate on the L's that you took?
Yo, it's Apex, bro. I solo queue. It's tough out here when you're the best on the team.
Oh, man. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we gotta ante it up for Strahd specifically. No more $2 chats.
So I'm gonna read Strahd's super chats when he donates, bro. Even if they're him trying to date me for whatever reason. We got another $2 for Strahd. It says that's 2 fingers versus a whole ass legs. Not commenting on that one. Anyway, we got another $10 super chat from Mr. Bushido, 56. It says, Kara will be on 72 cover page year of the rabbit. Minx will show up on Elbaf. We saw Zunisha in Elbaf in Big Mom's backstory. Kid needs 𝙬𝙀 Poneglyph 2. Chapter 88 will likely be her return. She's connected to the number 8. Anything that's gonna get carried on that shit, bro.
Yeah, so
anything.
Bushido puts a lot inside of a tiny paragraph. Can't really comment on those things, man. There's just so much going on.
Have you saw the Reddit link? He posted. He added us.
Yeah.
Listen. So I don't know if y'all saw this. There's like in the Big Mom backstory where they show Elbaf from a distance. You see like a giant figure in the distance that's like shaded. Bushido's saying that is actually 𝙬 or Zunisha in the background and saying that there's a connection between Elbaf and the Minx and 𝙬. And also that she probably stowed away on Kid's ship instead of the Straw Hat ship. So eventually there will be that reunion.
Damn, yo, I love any kid slander, right? How would you not notice Big Mom on your ship?
Not Big Mom, Carrot.
Oh, Carrot?
Yeah.
I mean, still. Carrot's like stronger than more than half of his crew.
Yeah, probably. I mean,
but they have no reason to fight, though.
Yeah, let's keep
that's
going.
a skill issue.
Are we done?
That's all the super chats for now.
So, this segment will be called The Secret Ally. We head back to Egghead for the next few pages. The CP0 have decided to find every exit on the island and hold it hostage. 𝙬𝙀 asks Lucci if he intends to listen to the Navy about holding off fighting Luffy, and Lucci responds that he doesn't view Luffy as an emperor. Shaka realizes CP0's strategy and thinks it's effective. Lilith wants to fight. Shaka's against it. Lilith makes fun of Shaka, and they end up arguing, so she says, "You're a good little boy, and I hate how righteous you are." The actual Vegapunk feels sad for Sentomaru's sacrifice. Vegapunk then tells the satellites that he must ask for help. Edison tells Vegapunk that he's not going to ask for help from who he thinks he's going to ask, and by taking our side, they'd be hunted by the government for it. The person on the Denden Mushi says they've been waiting for Vegapunk's order. Then Vegapunk asks the Sanji Straw Hats if they can now escort him and all 7 other Vegapunks to their ship. Usopp complains, and Frankie's happy Lilith is coming along. What did you guys think about this section of the chapter, and who did you think this mystery person was or is? Seb.
Yo, it was definitely Sanji who was hyped that Lilith was coming along.
Was it?
Yeah, it's a woman, bro.
Oh,
yeah.
My bad.
Yeah. Frankie was hyped in general about the
The one that said ill was Nami.
Yeah. So we said a lot recently, me and Larry. We had our whole like dap up moment about people recognizing Luffy as a Yonko. And I don't like hearing dudes like Lucci, who just got washed, talking about, I don't view Straw Hat as an emperor. Like, yo, shut up, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you a hater. Like, why are you hating like that? I guess there's some animosity because he's an emperor because I failed a couple years ago and stuff. But, like, how you gonna not view Luffy as an emperor? Like, what you gotta do, bro? What you gotta do to be viewed as an emperor, bro? I just beat your ass. Anyway. I like the back and forth between Lilith and Shaka. It had me thinking about something that happens later in the chapter, and other people have alluded to it already. So I won't get too deep into that. I already touched on Bushido's theory on who Vegapunk was talking to. I'm starting to believe it's Drake, and his theory goes deeper into it. But a lot of the reasoning is just that they mentioned Drake early in this arc when they were on the G14 base that they couldn't get in contact with him. And if you're leaving Wano in general, there's only X amount of places you can go. You know what I mean? Like you can go to Elbaf, you can go to Egghead, or you go wherever Law went with Blackbeard. And it's like, if Drake is a Marine and hiding from the Marines, Egghead's probably a good place to go. You know what I mean? Like it just makes sense. But my only issue is that he's just not strong enough. Like maybe I'm underestimating Drake. He's just not strong enough to really help. But Vegapunk's like, yo, anybody, if you can help me, help me. Like he sent Sentomaru basically to his death, and was like, you know. And that was another thing I want to point out. He's acting like he feels bad. Yo, Vegapunk ain't shit. He ain't. He manipulated Sentomaru into helping him because I protected you and fed you when you were younger. And now this man's dead. You gonna act like you don't care, bro. You don't actually care. Like, keep it a buck, man. Like, Vegapunk is low-key a piece of shit.
Stop it.
He is. He is. Look at his actions. Look at the Seraphims. Look at Kuma. Look at, like, we gotta act like he's, I'm not saying he's a bad guy, but, like, he's got some shitty things about him, man. I'm just saying. Beyond that, I don't have much.
All right. Lino?
Wait, you said hiding from the Marines? You said Drake hiding from the Marines?
Yeah, so he already, like, chose sides and fought CP0.
No, that's different.
I see you're saying the wrong. You're right, but you're saying the wrong name.
Yeah.
It's not the Marines, it's the world government.
Yeah, world government, my fault. But like, you get what I mean?
Okay.
Like he's actively fought them and sided with Luffy. Like, if you're gonna be in a hiding, makes sense. And he's sword.
The thing is, I get you, but they keep on showing that for some reason that the world government and the Marines keep butting heads.
Yeah.
Like multiple times, they always show like, even though they're a faction together, they're like always at odds and like they have different objectives than the Marines. Even though they're on the same side, it's just like, nah, we're like you're a rival ally type of thing. Like we need you when we need you, but otherwise we don't care. And it shows on both sides. Like we saw, even with like I think maybe that was in the movie, but we saw a Kaino and Rabushi clash. We see multiple times where like even Sengoku, he didn't agree with certain things that the Gorosei were doing, and the Gorosei is looking in line with the world government, while Sengoku's more with the Marines. Multiple times they show like when Milo's talked about it, like there might be a point where the Marines and world government might even split because they're constantly like clashing with each other. So that's something I don't know if like they're not gonna I get with Sentomaru they're on the same side, but I think it's different with Drake fighting the world government. Now if the Marines care, like for instance, we don't know the Marine side if they care about Vegapunk. We just know that the world government wants him dead. They never shared anything about how the Marines feel about Vegapunk dying. For instance, that also could be another conflict where the Marines are like, yo, we don't want Vegapunk dead. Like, we don't want this. Like, we actually disagree with this. It might add to another clash. Again, that's speculation, but we don't know the Marines' take on it.
Good point.
But again, I did think it was funny with I think Good with what's his name?
Lilith and Shaka.
Yeah, Shaka. And I was thinking at first I thought like, so again, are these Vegapunk's personalities? So you just have your personalities arguing with each other, like
inner demons.
Yeah, I was just like, this is
out.
so weird. Like your evil side is upset on your good side, which makes sense because good and evil clash. But I also thought like Shaka was like the leader towards them.
Yeah,
and that's what it kind of seemed like. But Lilith is like, I don't take orders from you. So like, but I don't know. Like I find it kind of interesting, and also like because I feel like they had like a weird brother and sister relationship in a weird way, but.
You know what I also just noticed, my bad real quick?
No, good.
Is that Shaka's like number 1 and like Lilith is number 2. So like those are the first two. You know what I mean? Like you put the good and the evil and it was like these are the two. And they probably clash for always.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Oda reuses that all the freaking time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You have the boss, Vegapunk, and then you have his number 2 and number 1 always bickering, fighting heads. You see it with Zoro and Sanji, you see it with King and Queen. We've seen it like there's more. There's
Mr. 1 and Mr. 2.
Mr. 1 and Mr. 2.
I think even on Sky Island they had something.
Yeah,
I remember correctly.
You see here, and there's another one too that I'm not thinking of right here, but he reuses. The one we haven't seen it in is on honestly Gold Roger's ship. They seem to be getting along, Rayleaf and Scooper. But yeah, that's not my turn. Finish line. Scopper, Scooper, Bronze Caban. I say what I want. Go ahead.
But actually, I kind of like.
I'm not saying I'm with 𝙑𝙪𝙀𝙪, but I understand why 𝙑𝙪𝙀𝙀 cannot view like
bro.
Luffy. No, like, think about it.
Hate.
2 years ago, you were struggling against me, and now you're like.
And
2
now
years later,
I'm
you're
whooping your ass.
No, but I get you. Like he is beating 𝙑𝙪𝙀𝙀, but like, because again, goes with what Hawkins said. The emperors are just ridiculous. Like they don't make any sense.
And Luffy makes sense right now?
No,
The
but
stuff-
Luffy's
the stuff
fit,
he's doing is
but
making
they
sense
get you,
right
like,
now?
For instance, their strength was so ridiculous and insane that they couldn't fathom it. Luffy is not that.
Yo, Lucci was losing consciousness within like 35 seconds of fighting.
It was, but
And Luffy was trolling.
again,
He a hater, bro.
You're focusing on the point that 𝙑𝙪𝙀𝙀 almost killed this man
Is he a hater or is he
2
not
years
a
ago.
hater,
You know
bro?
what I'm saying?
He's
Like,
definitely hating.
Thank you.
No,
He's
is,
he's
but,
definitely hating. But also too is like he did say, I don't understand where he's getting this force from, Lionel. 𝙑𝙪𝙀𝙀 said that and thought while getting hit by Luffy.
He in denial, bro.
But go ahead, finish up, Lionel.
All right, Law.
So I know we're all touching on the 𝙑𝙪𝙀𝙀 thing. Again, I agree with Sebastian that he's hating, but it's more like I think he still views Luffy as strong as he is as a kid. He's like, this kid is 19. In his eyes, he's a grown man, and also it's like he only beat me 2 years ago, and. To me, it's like, even though 𝙑𝙪𝙀𝙀, you have no say in this. So like you said, you're a hater, shut your mouth.
Why does your opinion even matter?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Who
but
are
it's
you?
like he has to earn his right to that. It's like it's way before. Because also even Blackbeard said it's way before your time to become a Yonko, right? But until you fight Luffy, you're gonna understand. Oh yeah, okay, he out here strong. Like, but it's really like it makes me laugh about Luffy. You just got chipped too. It wasn't like you fought evenly with Luffy. No, you were getting your butt whooped. Like you almost passed out, and then Luffy's like, all right, I'm gonna end it here.
Like, can you imagine you fought a dude and you perfected him? Like you literally Street Fighter perfect, like the whole thing. And this dude like, nah, he can't even fight like that though. he ain't even like that though, for real. Them other dudes, they better than him. They stronger than him. He not like that.
He sound like a hater, yeah.
Come on, he a hater, bro.
He sound like he
talking
hater.
about.
He
Y'all
sound
messed up, bro.
He's
crazy.
But he gonna learn. Luffy gonna teach him why he got that title. But yeah, as to going into again, I touched about before about how Oda uses that thing about the two butting heads. But going into that mystery ally. Honestly, I didn't give it. I don't know why. I kind of glossed over that. Like, oh, okay, it's gonna be someone. I'm thinking ahead. Somebody new. Then you guys bringing out Drake. I'm like, that's a good point, right? But we do know one thing. From what we understand, it shouldn't be a pirate. If you're saying it's not Drake, because the whole thing against pirates. Why would they have a pirate? Like even Elizabeth was like, well, like why would I trust your pirates? So like the attitude towards pirates, but. At the very least, we do know it's someone that puts them at odds with the world government.
Right.
They said once this person shows that it's on our side or we take sides with them, either way, that the world government, they're going to be chasing them. Right. You know? So, and it's funny he says that because they're trying to kill you. So does that even matter at this point now? Like, you know, like they're trying to chase you. They're trying to end your life. So then you're siding with them people is not going to matter. So it has to be someone. That's why the Drake thing, because again, the Marines, there's no reason why Drake should be enemies with the Marines. There's no reason at all. That's why I was saying that they're using no word because the Marines are still on his side. He's doing this for the Marines. But the world government, he fought them.
Siding with Luffy isn't for the Marines.
No, see the thing is, right?
You know what I mean?
He didn't side with Luffy. He sided for survival.
Yeah.
He used whatever side.
My point is he gotta show and prove that though.
No, but
Like his only
Marines don't know
chance to
that.
show and prove
The Marines don't know that.
was to CP0, and he actively said, "Nah, I'm fighting against y'all." Like he could have been like, "Oh, I needed a place to survive. I'm rolling with y'all now.
Sebastian.
I'll kill these people with y'all."
No, Sebastian.
He went, "Nah,
No.
I'm gonna fight and help Luffy
Sebastian.
and these other people."
I'm gonna tell you just right now where you're wrong with this one. Who attacked who first?
I can't remember.
No.
I can't
Because remember, when they saw Drake with Hapu, right? They knew who he was.
Hapu?
Apu?
Hapu, yeah.
Apu, yeah. Well, with Hapu, right? They knew who he was and what side he was representing. They knew he was on the cover.
Mm-hmm.
They still attacked. It wasn't like we're trying to save your cover.
I feel like we got some skips in between that scene. Like I don't think we saw. Maybe I'm misremembering it. I don't know if we just straight up saw them just straight up attack Drake.
No,
I think there was a come to Jesus moment, and Drake made the decision on what he was going to do there. That's how I remember it.
The world government, those agents showed the entire time that they were not going to support Drake. They were not like, yo.
Yeah. If Drake would have been like, yo, I'm helping y'all, they'd have helped him. Like they'd have been like, cool.
No, because even when Drake saw them, it wasn't like, oh yeah, snap, it's the CP0,
Yeah.
my people. No,
But that's my point, like-
No, when Drake saw them and the CP0 saw Drake, it was already like
Animosity.
Well,
Yeah,
well,
it must, like, there was beef for whatever reason.
That's Shield. That's CP0. This is Drake. He's part of Sword. So like he's already like those the ops, right? So like, but again, in the moment, I don't know if they know he's Sword or not. In that moment, he didn't go, all right, that's my peoples. He chose to fight. If he would have been like, all right, I'm with Guernica and these people, they would have recruited. They're like, cool, come with us. We'll see what's up. You think it's just beef with Drake? For what? We're in the middle of this island. Why am I beefing with Drake right now?
That's what I don't understand because like if you look at it, right?
Drake made the choice,
No,
bro.
because Apu asked Drake, "Yo, you gonna fight with me against him?" Drake didn't say yeah, right? Am I wrong? What are Drake's words? It was more like engaging them, and then they end up fighting. And then Drake went back to them to, I guess, finish off like, "Yo, you guys tried taking me out. I'm taking you out. Forget
We're
y'all."
gonna have to finish that later, bro. I'm gonna find it though.
Yeah. You're all done, Lawrence?
Yeah, that's about it here. Yeah, that's about it here for now. Because we touched about everything, so we can move on.
I just want y'all to know. I asked if Lucha was a hater to the chat. 97% said yes.
Yeah, he's hating, bro.
He a hater.
You can't look
certified.
at it. You can't look at it any other way.
Certified.
You can't.
It's 94 now.
Like you gotta. He's saying that with a Band-Aid on his face.
Yeah.
you don't hit that hard.
Luffy and Yonko.
Yo, baby,
Lucky me, I ain't done it.
Stupid me, I ain't ducked it.
Were you
Hating,
gonna
bro.
say something, Lo?
Huh?
Were you gonna say something?
Yeah, but I gotta say it later on because it's part of what's revealed.
All right. So I like the conversation between Lilith and Shaka. I like that the personalities are fighting amongst each other. That just makes sense. As for me, when it comes to like the Lucci part, waste the manga panels. I've said it before. He's just a fill-in for whatever Oda couldn't come up with that was top tier enough. Lucci's just, they should have made him a new character. Other than that, that line would have made more sense. Like, I don't accept him as an emperor. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, from some guy though?
Yeah.
From some guy we've never met that first time we see him
Probably.
gets washed by Luffy? How would that make
It's
sense?
not wrong because it could be like most of the CP0 will know the strength of the Yonko, right?
It would just probably just work better.
I just think the
If it wasn't
scenario would
Lucci.
have to be different. You can't he just lost.
Well, so this is something that Green Bull would do.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like Lucci doing it is just like Lucci, you're a hater, you're a bum. Like,
Yeah,
why are you
that's
doing
fair.
this? Yeah. So if it was a new character and had that same mentality, we'd be like, yo, there's more people like Green Bull in the Marines than we actually thought.
Yeah.
That are like gully like this. Like regardless of how much they got beat, they're still willing to go forward and like compete.
And so, real quick, and it was adding to what you're saying. And if somebody knew, it could add to like, all right, this person has backgrounds was dealing with Yonkos, and he doesn't recognize Luffy as
Yo,
one
you
of
could
them.
have made a way more interesting character than
Yeah.
Lucci, bro. He's so wasteful. It's crazy. And then the ally, the secret ally. I think it's actually the real Kuma.
The real Kuma.
Yeah. Listen,
That would be crazy.
I don't want it to be Drake. I don't care about Drake.
Yeah.
Drake has never mattered to me, ever, in the story at all. The most interesting part he's ever held was when Law's backstory was happening, and he was a part of the Heart No Me. That's it. Other than that, he's just another Hawkins. But I think it should be the real Kuma. I think if we saw the real Kuma, who's not a pirate, he's a revolutionary, they would know he's alive, actually, and they'd come after him. I feel like that's a way more interesting story, because then it would explain that Kuma is not the real Kuma.
Interesting.
Because
That'd be interesting.
he's a satellite to
Yeah.
a degree, right? And the only satellites we know of are of the main person. So why wouldn't it be Kuma? I feel like that would go hard. And it would solve the Bonnie storyline.
I don't know because the way
The way he talked about
well,
it,
it makes it seem like it's the
Kuma
way,
gone.
yeah, Vegapunk.
And he got reasons for why.
Yeah.
If it's like, well, the real Kuma is just chilling right here. I don't know if he's speaking in the way that he's speaking.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. I don't know.
I mean, I've been waiting for your order. Like, Chestnut came up with the Weevil thing, and I'm like, please don't mention Weevil. He's just another Drake. He's
that
just
is-
another Lucci. Like, there's characters we should just not care about at this point.
Yeah.
And he's one of them. Like these fill-in characters,
Listen,
like just let them live.
Like I said before the stream, we all have roles to play. We will go play his role.
Yeah, just play a role that's not in the story anymore.
That's not a role.
You know what I'm saying? That's a role.
That's the opposite of a role.
That's a role.
That's the opposite of a
You're
role.
holding it down for all those that don't need to be there.
Well, I'm thinking, but you could have viewed the supernovas that way because they just popped up out of nowhere.
Not really. Supernovas serve their purpose to the story. It's just that some of them just were trash because Oda wrote them in Wano, most of them, and they were just bad.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, like, there is some purpose to, like, introducing newer characters late in the game and them having a significant impact on the story where, like, you can't just bring Lucci back but not bring Enel back. You know what I'm saying? When Enel clearly has more evidence of why he should be in the story in comparison.
Hold on.
You know what I'm saying?
That's not true.
Why not true?
It's not true.
Enel has literally ancient like history at his backside.
No, I'm saying.
Plus, there's Vegapunk connection to the moon.
What I'm saying is, Lucci is an active, existent person in the government that was called the Prodigy and could rise the ranks.
Yeah, that's cool, bro.
You're saying
look
that
it makes Smoker. He had so much importance in
You're saying it makes more sense, logical sense, for Lucci to just disappear from the series entirely than it is for Enel, who literally left the planet.
No, like
how does that make sense to you?
Lucci can still be doing whatever he is and doing what he does, but we just don't have him as an important character this late in the game. That's very possible. Look at Smoker. Not important. Served his purpose for a little bit. Why? Because he held importance pre-timescale.
Yo, but odds are Smoker's coming back into the story at some point.
Yo, cool. But he's not going to make a dramatic impact the way Lucci's making right now. Where, like, he's fighting Gear 5 even. You know what I'm saying? Not evenly, but he's fighting Gear 5. And he's a nuisance and he's trying to kill Vegapunk. Like, get him out of the story. Just make him a whole new character with a more interesting background and a better personality. That's it.
I don't know. I guess.
And the fact is, like, let's say it is Drake as the ally. He can't take on the CP0 anyway, so he's just going to get bodied.
I want to change.
He's not awakened.
I just thought about who I think it is now. For Drake, the ally. It's going to probably, to be thinking about it, it's probably, what if it was like one of Vegapunk's creations that, like, was an experiment that went crazy or out of control, that you can't really trust it, but is loyal to Vegapunk. You know?
Weevil? No.
Like, I thought of, like, One Punch Man. That one, that the Rhino one that he had.
Yeah.
Right? But what if it was someone more like that? What if it's not a person, but it's actually one of Vegapunk's experiments? You know? That's, I know you guys got alluded to, like, Kuma, but, like, something else, but, like, but the world government was like, do not use this person. Like, keep this thing under wraps.
Whatever it takes to have less panels of Lucci.
There's going to be more Lucci,
and
bro.
more panels of actual greatness in the story. I'm with it.
There's going to be more Lucci, bro.
At least we got Awakening from him, a reveal. That's to me, that's the only dope thing, really.
Yeah,
but.
I guess it's dope.
Yeah, you remember what I said about how Lucci's a hater? This is you right now for Lucci and his progress.
I've explained multiple times as to why that awakening doesn't make sense, and two, why he doesn't need to be in a story. Do you need me to reiterate?
No, we can move on.
Because it's not hating.
You still hating, though.
No, it's not hating. It's that there's a better character that is more deserving of that spot. It's not,
better fictional character that you fanficked in your head just now?
No,
what are you talking about?
Oda can make another character easily. The same way he just made Green Bull. The Marines should be filled with very likable people. There's literally a section of the Marines we just don't explore. But every single Marine we've probably ever ran into has literally been interesting. Lucci had his time. Super chats.
Hold up 1 second.
What? Huh? What? The Drake thing.
It's like, people always want to put this negative connotation on me as like I'm hating or some shit. I'm like, literally, like the story would be better.
I don't know
maybe.
about that.
All right. We got a $9 super chat from that messy hair guy. Thanks so much, Messy. It says, "What do you guys think of Sword? What do you guys think of Sword members being major Marines who have had a run-in with the Straw Hats? Garp, _ʍ, Kobe, etc. Plus, sorry I clicked send by accident. Plus, Cracker slams Dofi." That one was for me. Me and Messi always argue in the Discord about Doflamingo and Cracker. No way in hell. No way in hell. But
it would actually be better if Drake was with Garp. But we'll get into that later in the story.
Yeah.
So yeah, what do you guys think? The major Marines. So people like Drake, Kobe. I mean, we already know that Kobe and Drake are sword members.
Yeah.
So I think everybody assumes 𝑍𝐽𝐻 is. It's really just Garp.
Yeah.
Who do you guys think Garp is a sword member?
No.
I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
I have no idea.
I don't think he's a sword member.
Because didn't he like retire?
He could be training people for swords, but I don't think he's an actual sword member. And what's the question? Like the ones that the ones that are associated with the Straw Hats?
People who've had run-ins with the Straw Hats. So, the Hidden Island has a video on this. I think he has 2 videos on this actually, but it's about sword members and who could be sword members. And in his mind, Garp is one, and he's been biding his time this entire time. I just don't see Garp as that kind of a character per se. Like he's Luffy, just in the Marines.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So it's like I don't see Luffy doing that. I could see Sengoku being a sword leader, and just realizing that all this effed up stuff, and when he stepped down, he decided to do something else. Sengoku.
But didn't they say? Because Lawrence, we had a conversation with Lawrence. Didn't they say that Drake was the captain of sword, or he just?
I didn't accept it, but
I'm still not accepting
this
it.
in the manga. It said literally said it in the manga, man. Captain of sword.
Let's keep going, bro.
All right. Anyway.
Yeah, we got more questions.
We got $5 super chat from Antoine N. It says, "What's up, fellas? Where exactly is Garp in the vicinity of Luffy right now? Are they close to each other?" I think the answer is yes, because
G14 is near Egghead.
It's near enough to Egghead that there are people who are sending people for Kizaru's request last chapter. Yeah. So he's close enough.
He's pretty close.
He should pull up on his
Thank you guys.
You should be able to sense him, maybe. No, that's maybe too far. Never mind, that's too far.
We got another $5 super chat from Celestial Donkey. It says #Buggy Gang, but y'all knew that one was coming. What's up, CD? Man? Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, we got a $20 super chat from Baby Pluton. It says, "Shiki is the mystery person that VP called on.
Yo.
I also think that Luffy and Shiryu opened the front dome so that conflict could distract between Straw Hats and CP0 to take advantage by recruiting him to be the 10th Titanic Captain." That is a very interesting thought process.
We'll talk about it in the next
haven't gotten to that part of the chapter yet.
But Shiki, no.
I don't see Shiki.
Shiki's done.
We'll see. We got another $2 super chat from General 30th. It says, "Smoker got to beat up 𝘠𝐶𝐻 to redeem himself." That's probably not going to happen, man. I'm going to be honest with you. Just be honest,
yeah, Smoker ain't doing that.
Listen, it could be Smoker that he talked to too, bro. I doubt it.
Yeah.
We got another $2 super chat from Mr. Bushido 56. It says, "Karibo turned off the dome. Drake beats him up again." That would be interesting. That's more of a filler thing that would happen. But
we would have to see because he's supposed to be with Zoro and Brook.
Mm-hmm. No, they left him. They told him
they told him to get off. Yeah.
So, could be possible.
We got another $2 from Mr. Bushido 56. It says, "Why would Kuma be with Dragon? Edison said go home or no home."
I don't know what he's saying.
I don't follow that one.
Yeah.
Sorry, Bushido. We got a retracted message from Anthony's crew. It's $5. Hopefully it wasn't a spoiler, and hopefully it wasn't anything too disparaging.
Yeah.
But
thank you.
All right, thank you. And we got a bunch of super chats. I missed.
Yeah, we gotta go through these. We can get the questions
real quick. We got $5 from Kev the OG. Yo, if you guys are not following Kev the OG, please do. He's on YouTube. It says, "At this point, Larry has to cosplay 𝘠𝐻𝐻 as a goal. I'll start the trade." Yo, the thing is, he got the facial hair for that. He got it.
And it's a symbol. Wear a suit.
Oh man. By the way, I started is Larry hating on 𝘠𝐻𝐻 in the poll in chat. It's 83% say clearly.
Yeah, of course, because 83% of the chat usually doesn't know what they're talking about, and I say this every episode.
We got a $5 super chat from Terrence Matthews. It says, "That awakening makes plenty of sense. Larry, stop hating." We got a $5 super chat from Soga King. It says, "Larry thinks he's a better writer than Oda. #another Larry L take." Guys, in defense of Larry, you can be critical of your favorite authors. You don't have to agree with every decision they make. Larry do be hating though, but you can be critical of Oda if you want to be.
Listen, bro, the shepherd runs through the fields.
All right. we got, there we go. Another $5 from Anthony's crew. It says, yo, Green Bull, hate needs to stop. Green Bull is him. The hate needs to stop. Don't forget Kizaru and Fujitora both ran from Shanks. Crazy potential.
I seen Green Bull get turned into a sapling by Momonosuke. We good, bro.
All right, we got another $5 from Mr. Rubik's. It says, this money goes towards the Larry cosplay Lucci fund. Hashtag Lucci gang. Lucci gang. That one might stick. We got another $2 from General 30th. It says, for the 100th episode, Larry should do a kid cosplay. I don't think a kid cosplay would ever happen, bro. Although, kid could look cool.
Yeah.
And finally, we got $2 from Stroud. It says, we making it happen. Hashtag Lucci Larry. Hashtag both behave.
Yeah, we're going to have to ante up the $2 now. Because people just send $2 just to say some shit. All right, so let's get into it. Zoro and Kaku clash. Now we head back into the lab. Bonnie is racing to Vegapunk because of the bugs that attacked her. Luffy and Chopper are trying to stop her. Then an alarm goes off and it's been announced that the Labo phase defense system has been deactivated. Shaka is shocked and can't believe it. Pythagoras asks if someone is in the control room, but he doesn't see anyone. CP0 are also shocked. So they Geppo up to check if it's true. Lucci tells Kaku to go destroy the Straw Hat's ship, the Sunny, and Kaku obliges. Kaku sends a storm leg sky slicer at the Sunny. Zoro, sleeping, wakes up and unsheaths his sword and cuts Kaku's attack in half. Kaku is shocked, and Zoro asks who woke him up from his nap. Pythagoras restores the defense system, and Shaka notices that they're trying to take out the Sunny. Zoro and Kaku clash immediately. Lilith is excited to fight. The Straw Hats meet up, and Robin asks where is Vegapunk. Then we see him being chased by Bonnie. She asks him to turn her father back, and Vegapunk yells out he can't, and it's for good reason. What did you guys think of this section of the chapter? And we'll go with Lionel.
And Zolo always doing his thing. I really love that part. But Zolo cutting the slash in half and like him waking up, like it kind of reminded me again about a couple of things, but I think one of them was from a movie, so I can't add that to it. But it just shows like again, it just reminded me of Whitebeard and Ace thing when Whitebeard was sleeping, Ace tried to kill him, and Whitebeard just knocked out Ace, but Zolo doing this again. Zolo's always showing like. He's usually, it's hard for Zolo to have a bad showing. Usually in the manga, he's like always on point. Not saying he doesn't have any, but like it was just again Zolo's right hand man, King of Splits and usually it was just a dope scene. But I think it's funny that he didn't really seem like he acknowledged Kaku at all or remember him. Like Kaku mentioned him, but Zolo just like you're just a dude that's trying to attack him. Even though like this is like a reunion kind of type of thing, but Zoro didn't even think of it at all. To our knowledge, he didn't like say anything to Kaku. They just started flashing. But again, that was a dope scene. Let's see what else. With Vegapunk and Bonnie, just funny. I didn't even know how this even happened so fast with Bonnie and Vegapunk. But again, there's speculation with the reasons why Vegapunk and Kuma. Again, I think it's mostly just to probably just infiltrate, pretty much get, because they say that, for instance, so many people were, the world government is like planning so many people inside certain things to get information. This is the first time we've seen, like, we saw Doflamingo do it with Virgo, and they got, like, whatever information from that, but it was like, but this is different because Kuma could record everything and see it and everything, what the government are doing. So it shows that he's really tied with Dragon, and they have a big end game that we're going to wait to see. Because Kuma is pretty much the key member and key figure on what they're trying to achieve their goal with. So, and I think it's part of that. Whether Kuma is, still alive, I don't know. But I'm just going to actually just stop right there.
All right. Law?
Yeah, so I think it's funny with the whole starting off at the beginning, the Bonnie thing. It's just adding fuel to the fire because now Bonnie used it as because she wouldn't know any better because she passed out. That also she's not really listening to Vegapunk.
anything he says. So that she used that as fuel as, oh, he used these bugs to attack me to stop me from trying to get my father back. So like she's in a blind rage right now. So we see later on she ran straight head to Vegapunk and took him out of there and just trying to heal him. Like either you have two options: you return him back, or that's it. I don't want to hear I don't want to hear anything else besides that. And he's trying to explain to her, probably, and we all want to know what it is, but Bonnie's like, I don't care about any of that. So we're gonna have to wait a little longer because we want to know what situation is. Vegapunk, he's probably gonna elaborate the whole spiel. We're gonna get the whole story of Kuma, his backstory, and what's going on here. But now because Bonnie's in a blind rage, we're gonna have to wait to get all that, So moving on with this here, I believe it's funny how the fronter thing, this defense system just came off. I believe the secret ally did it. Because that's the only way to me that would explain who would do it. So I could be wrong, or it could just be, I doubt, like they even said it. It seems too convenient to be a malfunction where it just shuts off like that. Like it doesn't happen. And I believe that it kind of went down as soon as the contact of that secret ally was contacted. So I believe we're going to see who it is next chapter. And I think he did it, because to me that's also thinking why it's not Drake, because I don't think Drake would do that. Drake would kind of show up. I kind of feel like this person, the way even that he responded, of course, I was waiting for your order. I feel like this person, he's like loyal, but he's also crazy. Like he does unorthodox things. He's crazy. He has like a quirky personality. So I believe he kind of like, in a way he's thinking, I'm going to trap them or I'm going to let them inside. So then when they close it up, they have nowhere to go as well. So I think he has not really a plan here, but I think the person in the secret alley is the one that actually shut it off to lure them in here for whatever reason. And we're going to see, and also like Ssuşi's face, I've been paying attention to Ssuşi's face the entire time, and it's very interesting in her reactions and like the words she chooses to say, and how she's very, even though she says a few things, she's very quiet and observing and kind of lets things happen, like she let Kaku go up there, and I was like, she has a mind that something going on, because like it might be a trap, but she's just like, because she probably knows Vegapunk the best out of all of them, and it's not because we conclude that it's probably her that was with the Mads. So, but also the way she explained it, she's more familiar with Vegapunk. So I'm gonna keep watching her to see how she does it, because she's probably gonna give us some insight as well regarding this whole situation. And so going into like again the Lionel touched about with the whole Zoro and Kaku thing. Like it was really a dope scene the way Oda did it, because he's just dead sleeping. And what impresses me about it too is that, like, for example, real quick, the one with Whitebeard and Ace, was that just anime or was that with manga too?
Manga too,
right? It's how, all right, observation, we know that we have two things that can work while you're sleeping. You could activate your conquerors and you could activate your observation while you're sleeping, right?
Well, pretty much you could be unconscious.
Yeah, or unconscious. I'm sorry. Yeah, unconscious and activate it, right? So I think it's just what's special about this one, because like we see with the Whitebeard, we see the killing intent in Ace trying to target Whitebeard, woke him up. Kaku had no idea anyone was on the ship, that it was targeted towards the ship. So you just sensing that the killing intent from it was not directed towards you is impressive, because it's from far away and it's flying at the ship, but you sense an attack coming that's danger. So to me, because the reason I'm bringing this up is because I was always wondering about Zoro's observation like level and feats here, because we haven't really seen much of it. Then we see something like this, and it impressed me because we've seen this from Whitebeard, and he's a Yonko. But then we see this from Zoro aspect where he's doing, I'm not saying greater, obviously, but like something more unique where it wasn't targeted towards him, where you could sense, because Rayleigh said too, the reason why I bring it up, he said that the more killing intent into attack, your observation makes it easier for you to read it and see what's happening, right? And this attack, he just flew out there to destroy the ship. So the killing intent towards a person or towards you, I'm not saying it's not existent, but you wouldn't really read that. But Zoro was still able to pick it up while unconscious in his sleep. So that's impressive about it. And then the whole silhouette of him dark and just woke up. And how fast he must have moved, because he woke up, like, his head, and then unsheathed his sword and attacked. So showing his speed, feet in there. So I was impressed by this, by Oda making Zoro look cool in this aspect. Dope scene. And I also thought of like, all right, I a little too much, but since we saw Rob Lucci, I kind of want to see Zoro and Rob Lucci or take on both of them. But it's probably too early. Do we see a Kaku awakening? But then I remember he just got his ability. But I want to know if this is to have to take that long, because it depends is if your mind and body catch up to your ability. But what if you do it early and you're able to awaken it? You know, so it's like I doubt we're gonna see any awakening from Kaku, but it just made me thought since we got Rob's, maybe we'll get Kaku's, and that'll be interesting because to me again, as much as Kaku and Rob got stronger, we still thinking they should still be no match for the Straw Hats. How much they grew, you know? So now, Zoro's not using Haki in his attack while they're clashing here. Or maybe he's using clear Haki. But to me, it has to be given away, make it a fight for them. You know, because again, like Larry keeps bringing up, why are they here? You know, why are you bringing them here? If they're not going to give them a challenge, what's the purpose of them being here? But if you're showing new stuff in the aspect, because, they didn't kill them, and they're still in the game, they would have to be, in strength-wise, to show that here. So I kind of want it. And it just makes me laugh going to a new topic about Lilith, how gully she is. Like she's just always ready to attack and fight, you know? So you kind of look at, even though you look painted she's the evil, but she's probably the protector of Vegapunk, you know? Where Shaka protects Vegapunk with his mind and strategy, but she protects Vegapunk through action, you know? It's like, also the financial side of it. She also keeps that in mind. So it's like, not only am I going to fight and protect Egghead through like my violence or whatever, I'm going to protect him through like, all right, money wise. So it shows that like even though she's mad, but she has a purpose of why she's trying to attack, because she knows she has to keep Vegapunk alive, and she's doing it the way she deems most best to do it. Well, Shaka's saying no, we have to strategize. We can't just attack anyone to save Vegapunk or protect Vegapunk. So you see the clashing roles of like, again, my reason to protect Vegapunk is you have to just take people out. The less threats you take out, boom. He goes, no, not everyone's a threat. Like, you know, so it's like it's very interesting in their clashing here, and I already talked about Vegapunk running away. So we talked about it early on, but it's like So I think that's it. And like Luffy wanting to stay on the island makes me laugh because we just got here. He wants to relax because Luffy's an adventurer, so it's like he wants to explore the island more. He wants to relax because this is very interesting to him. And I would like to see more of Egghead. But it looks like we might not get it, or we might. To me, we might get it because with the Marines coming here, it looks like it's going to hold them up. They're not going to be leaving anytime soon because they should be coming here. So, but yeah, that's all I have to say for now. I know it's went on, but yeah, go ahead.
I mean, I don't have much to add other than I thought it was really cool to see them all Geppoing up that way. Like we've always been fans of the six powers. I don't have much to expand on the Zoro thing. Me and Lawrence had a conversation about how it reminded us of White-Bearded Ace. I do like the fact that it was Kaku and Zoro, reminiscent of Zoro sleeping on the ship and Kaku jumping there, and he thought it was Usopp. Oh yeah, I thought that was cool. I thought we could have got another little minor callback to that, but I think it's the fact that this happened itself is a callback. And low key,
I forgot about that.
I know I just came for Larry about how he feels about Lucci. Yeah, that's how I feel about Kaku. I do not care to see Kaku that much, bro. I don't. When you said Kaku Awakening, I cringed hard as hell. I'm not trying to see.
To make it a fight, because to me it's like he just Zoro's gonna wash him.
There's three of them though right now, and Zoro's by himself.
Well, Brook is there, and that was something I was gonna bring up. Where's Brook? What's he doing?
They might jump Zoro.
Yeah, he's pooping.
We'll see. I love that you brought up 𝘚𝑠y. Cause that's my girl. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna ask waifu of the week later. Because there's another one of my girls who's gonna pop up soon. But we're gonna talk about her in a little bit. In regards to who opened the gate, I don't know. I don't have any solid stuff. I know in the Discord people are talking about it could be Shaka. He's a traitor. I know we just had a whole arc about treacherous activity. Yeah. I don't know if we going that deep in that right now. Like, if we're going to that bag, but we can see that. I mean, I can see it. I don't know why people singled out Shaka, but I don't know. I think he would also make the most sense.
Because he's good.
It's not that he's good. It's that he seems to be the smartest one. And like,
probably the most conniving.
You could play a whole like symbolic thing into like even the good have evil traits. Like you could do a whole thing there. I don't know. Beyond that, I didn't have much. I thought it was funny. Vegapunk and Bonnie, and in general, Luffy complaining to the crew is always funny to me. But it's good to see them all back together, even though it was just one small panel. I know Zoro and Brook still aren't there, but just seeing all the Straw Hats together, you know, they separated for a little bit, got back together, so I thought that was cool. Beyond that, I don't have much.
Yeah. The defense system being deactivated at this certain point is not a coincidence. It definitely could be Lilith. Definitely could be Shaka. Shaka might view, like I've always said, Vegapunk as dangerous to the world. Create more seraphims. You probably disrupt the world balance. Could be sort of like that type of thing, where either one of his personalities can go just out of control. So I could definitely see that. Them Geppoing up was probably like one of my favorite parts of the chapter,
Right?
For sure.
Super dope.
I thought that was crazy cool. Kaku, if y'all want to be led by the shepherd, bro, I'll tell you right now, why not? Give him awakening. Why not? Y'all love to see it anyway, right? Give him awakening. Let him fight Zoro evenly. Let Zoro beat him somehow, and then let Zoro just one-shot lucci. I can see both happening at this point.
Yeah.
Either way it goes, I guess that's good writing to all of you, since you feel like it's, the way to go with Oda. And if I criticize it, then I'm the bad guy. So I guess good writing and bad writing meets hand in hand.
You take the good, you take the bad.
Other than that, I mean, Bonnie chasing Vegapunk, it wasn't too much for me. But yeah, let's hit the sponsor, and then we'll go into our.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. Have you been struggling lately? Maybe you're having trouble sleeping, difficulty with a relationship, or just struggling from low self-esteem. Listen, I've been there. We've been there. If so, then today's BetterHelp wants to help you. BetterHelp offers licensed therapists who are trained to listen and help you. Talk to your therapist in a private, online environment at your own convenience. There is a broad range of expertise in BetterHelp's 20,000 plus therapist network that gives you access to help that may not be available in your area. You just fill out a questionnaire, simple as that, to help assess your specific needs. And then you get matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. Then you schedule a secure video and phone sessions. Plus, you can exchange unlimited messages and everything you share is completely confidential. I happened to sign up at one point regarding my confidence issues. Next thing you know, my confidence issues are not issues anymore. I'm doing pretty well in that area. You can request a new therapist at no additional charge anytime. Join the 2 million plus people who have taken charge of their mental health with an experienced BetterHelp therapist. Special offer goes out to all that One Piece Talk listeners. You get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/TOPT. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/TOPT. Thanks again to BetterHelp for sponsoring this episode.
Up to you.
Hey, welcome back, guys. Welcome back. They can hear me, right, Marv? All right, welcome back, guys. All right, so let's hit the super chats.
Yeah, we got a bunch of super chats sitting. We got a $2 super chat from Tachi D Spins. It says, #LucciLarry. I was right about Kid on Elbaf. First, shout out to Tachi, because I do believe he was the first person I saw shout that out or point that out.
Who cares? It's Kid.
A while back. Oh, man. We got $2 from the last Antari. It says, take these $2, #LucciLarry.
Thank you, Antari.
We got another $2 from Party Pete. It says, #LucciLarry, #Haters Unite. I love that one. We got another $2 from Baby Pluton. It says, the shepherd is strong for #LucciLarry.
I'm glad you know.
Oh, man.
I'm glad you know.
We got another $5 is from Strahd. It says, oh, so my money no good no more. Chris, count all my little money for LucciLarry in perpetuity. Thank you so much, Strahd. We got another $2 from Ryunosuke. It says, not gonna lie, Bonnie is really annoying me this arc.
I can see why you think that. I can see it.
I'm not annoyed yet. If she keeps on what she's doing,
I can see why you would think that, though.
It might get there.
I don't think she is just yet, but I get it.
Yeah. We got another $2 from Strahd. It says, Larry about to be using shave like Lucci for real.
I do. I shaved my head yesterday.
That was a good one. We got another $2. This is from Jacob Tiffany. It says, what's up, gang? I love y'all so much. Bless up.
Hey, much love, Jacob. Thank you, guys.
Goes both ways, man. We got a $100 super chat from our guy, Celestial Donkey. Thank you so much, CD. It says, #Lucci as Larry is Lucci. and hashtag Buggy Gang. Oh, man.
Thank you, CD, for the 100.
Yeah, man. They want to see Lucci Larry, man.
Is that it?
I feel like that's all the super chats we have for now.
Yeah, thank you guys.
We've actually used to call Larry Lucci for a little bit there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little thing.
Yeah. I can't wait to see the little pigeon on your shoulder.
Yeah, really one?
The tie and everything.
Why do you have to encourage?
Bro, I forgot.
Why do you gotta encourage, bro?
Yo, Hatari, bro.
All right. Anyway,
Yeah, I thought so.
instead of Hattori, it's gonna be Antari.
That's
I'm gonna get a picture of Antari on my shoulder.
Are you gonna have the pigeon talk too? With your head feet past it?
We're not doing that. All right, let's get to these next two questions so we can take calls. All right. So, next we see Killer reading something in the New World. They recognize a huge fish that's bigger than normal. Killer asks Kid if they should disembark upon this island, and Kid says, "Why wouldn't we?" Killer then says he's pretty sure this island is of the giants, the island of Elbaf. Kid gets up and smiles. What did you guys think about this, Sebastian?
Listen, unlike other people on this pod, I actually enjoy Kid. I do. So him showing up on Elbaf is dope to me. Does it set him up for another potential L? Yes. I'm not going to deny that. Because like me, like most people think that Elbaf is likely Shanks' territory. So clashing with Shanks ain't a good idea. Like, I know we already got Bartolomeo and stuff, but like I could totally see another Kid L coming. But in general, I don't know, it's an interesting development to me. Like, I didn't expect it too much. Like, I know people had called it out, like Tachi, shout out to Tachi. But I didn't think Kid would be on Elbaf, but it just had me a little scared that we might not, like, go to Elbaf. You know what I mean? Like, because Kid went, and it's like, I don't know if I like that. But I'm down for Kid being there, or being locked up, or being defeated, or taking a dub. Maybe Kid beats Loki or something. I don't know. Maybe something happens for Kid that's positive. I doubt it. But what do y'all? What about y'all?
Say Loki?
Yeah, the prince of Elbaf. His name is Loki.
Why don't you want to go?
Yeah,
Okay, I'll go. Wait, you wanna go? Cause I'll go.
They
Lawrence,
twinning right
go.
now, bro.
Alright.
Just go.
So dude, are you forgetting
What's up?
who's on Elbaf right now? Isn't Saul? Didn't we just get word that Saul's alive and on?
Oh yeah,
Elbaf?
the Burn Man. I forgot. I completely forgot.
Yeah. See,
What?
I don't. Shanks made people attach Elbaf to Shanks. I don't necessarily don't. We already got Kid in a way versus Shanks, and we already saw the result of that. I don't think we get it again.
Wasn't versus Shanks, but go ahead.
But then he loses.
It
Then
was
he
the
lost.
crew.
It
Shanks'
was
crew.
the red hair pirates he
Maybe
lost his arm
that's
to.
true. Okay.
It wasn't
They never
stated-
said it was
It
Shanks.
wasn't stated that it wasn't Shanks, and it wasn't stated that it was Shanks.
Okay.
Because you're gonna get all these Kid people who just love Kid and gonna be like, "Yo, that's right, Lawrence, spit your shit."
Well, all I meant is like he came across the pirates already, and he already lost the arm. So I don't think we're getting that again at all.
Why lose one arm when you can lose two?
But anyway, yeah. So I think we're going to, and that's really interesting because now we have the Law and Kid running into people that have like special ties to Luffy. So we can kind of see Luffy interact with either one of them, right? And I'm not saying which was more incentive for Luffy to go to, because you have Kobe, Blackbeard, Garp, Aokiji, all this, there, and then you have Saul, potential Shanks, but I don't believe so. But like Saul, Elbaf, and Kid here, So it's gonna be very interesting. I believe how it's gonna play out. We could finally get where Kid does some stuff where it makes him an enemy of Luffy, where they actually fight. Because I'm sure they're gonna eventually. I believe that this is gonna lead to them seeing Saul. That's what I took it when they introduce it. Maybe we see Saul next, right? But Kid's kind of a jerk. He's a piece of crap. So I can see him trying to do something with all this where it would result in Luffy being an enemy where they actually fight. Because Luffy hasn't really fought any of his supernovas or took them out. He kind of just aligns with them, So we should get that eventually. And it may just be at the War Summit or with the Burn Man. And this is looking like the man with the burnt scar is Saul right now. That's what it looks like. But what does he have to do? I guess it's just tying it to O'Hara and Raftail. But I didn't really see a full connection there where it would make Saul the Burn Man. And I kind of hope it's not Saul the Burn Man. I want it to be someone new and someone stronger. Like I had someone like Bullet in mind, but not Bullet. You know, so I want someone like that, or like again, we thought maybe even Bronze Kaban. So, but trying to Elbaf too, and that's why I don't want it to be tied to Shanks so much. I want it to be someone new, because I believe later on I want Shanks and Luffy to meet up closer towards the end. You know, I want again more. I want pretty much new people, more characters to show their strength in the show. So, but this is cool. But I thought it was like weird how Killer's showing caution here. I'm gonna wrap this up right now. Pretty much showing caution here because like Kid's response, showing their recklessness. What island makes us hesitate? We don't do that, you know. Because when we on Elbaf, like bro, like we gotta be careful here. Trying to prove the strength of Elbaf. But again, I never believed the Giants to be that strong from their showing here. They always kind of like showed by the stronger people to be kind of like fodder. So again, people have high expectations for Elbaf, but I never really did because their showing wasn't that great to me. Like each giant, I didn't see one to be crazy strong. They haven't convinced me of it. So I don't really have high expectations for Elbaf. It's just that Saul's here and he has this giant library. So I think we're gonna see him through there. But that's about it.
Lionel?
I actually thought it was kind of weirdly fitting that Kid was going to Elbaf. I don't know why. I feel like it matched just how Kid is. And I was thinking of the Loki thing because we all know Loki's like, you know, Thor's brother, and they have that Viking whatever thing. So I'm trying to think, are they gonna have more of like that lore of that mythology with Elbaf? Like I want to see more familiar names. And going with your thing with the Giants, true, but you gotta acknowledge again who's the one who beat these people. Were the strong. The Giants never got taken out by weak people or fodder.
Big Mom as a baby.
Again, how old were those Giants?
Doesn't matter.
No, it does. It does. No,
Giants age differently than regulars.
Yeah, but they were the oldest and weak. They were pretty much.
No, she took out half the island.
Yeah, but she like rampaged and ransacked. The whole thing.
That, for instance,
I also feel like there was another example of them. Didn't Giants lose on Enies Lobby too? Am I tripping? Did they not lose?
No. Oh, with the Paulie and all them.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not fully sure. But again, you're forgetting of that. That's not.
Oh yeah.
That's not the kingdom though.
Didn't Luffy take out a giant?
Luffy did.
Like
when?
At Marineford? My bad, I'm blocking.
No.
Oh yeah. No, he did. He did take out a giant. But again, but those are they're not from the kingdom. Like for instance, they said that Prince. When Big Mom attacked that island, there was a village, the outskirts from Elbaf. She was
They're
never
not the actual warrior race.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Like that's like we never saw the actual kingdom warriors from Elbaf.
But that guy from the Coliseum, that giant, that young, yeah,
he's young though.
He's young, but he's like what, like 30, 40?
Huh?
Was he like
Giants
30,
live
40?
for hundreds of years.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's what I said. It goes to where Big Mom took him out, and you say 100 years, they age differently. So yeah, they were older, but they were probably closer to their strength.
No, the two people that Big Mom took out
were retired.
Yeah, retired old. Like they're like pretty much Rayleaf and Garp type.
Okay, but do you think Big Mom's smacking them in the face and taking them out when they old?
Bros, this is a very simple question. Stop. Let's continue. We have one more question.
But no, I thought it was pretty cool. I just want to know what Killer had as his hand.
Yeah.
And I think I think they already brought up possibly maybe being a road poneglyph being an Elbaf. So Kid actually might have another one. I mean, get a poneglyph from Elbaf, maybe.
Yeah. All right. That's it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Glad to know that Elbaf exists. Glad to see that someone went to it. Kid's lipstick is looking real dark. I'll mess with it. Killer showing that he's as dependable as ever. I'm a really big fan of Killer. A huge fan, actually. So I'm very happy to see him take control of even like a little situation like this. It just shows that like Kid probably doesn't go as far as he does without Killer. And
That's
the same thing doesn't, the same thing can be said for Luffy with Zoro. So I like the fact that paralleled in this chapter for me. That was cool. All right. We're going to do super chats.
Yeah.
They're going to be short answers. Guys, please do not, go crazy long answers. And then we got to do this next question.
We got $18 from Ghani. It says, "Hi fam, I gotta go to bed. Work in the morning. Hope the rest of the stream goes smoothly. Also, hashtag #LucciLarry for TOPT 100." Thank you so much, Ghani. If you guys aren't following Ghani on TikTok, please do. He does dope videos. We got another $2 super chat from the last Antari. It says, "Use the chopper hat picture of me. Hashtag #LucciLarry." Thank you, Antari. We got another $2 from Ryunosuke. It says, "Kid lost his arm to that monkey on Shanks' crew."
I hope so.
I don't know if we ever...
I hope Monster took that.
Because
if he did, oh my God, you were never gonna stop hearing what I had to say about him, bro.
Well, that's all the super chats for now.
All right, next. Finally, we end the chapter with us going back to the Navy HQ base G14. Dahl is talking to Garp and complaining about how Garp is taking manpower they need to head over to Egghead. She asks him if he has permission to mess with a Yonko, and he says he didn't know he needed permission. Then he yells to to Helmeppo and whoever else was in company to hop aboard. Helmeppo tells him Blackbeard took Kobe. Garp tells him, "Let's go, we're heading to Fullaled. We're gonna go wipe the floor with those pirates." What did you guys think about the end of this chapter? And we'll start with Law.
I love Garp. I swear, it's because it's just the same old Garp. Where it's just like it's his comment. It's like, "Did you get permission?" Going, huh? Why is that? Like, it was genuine. Like, I don't understand. Why would I need permission to do what I want to do? You know, like I'm just saying, nah, it's fine. It's okay. It's okay. Because like even he had the same response when he was talking to Sengoku. It was like, nah, it's okay. He's my nephew. He's my son, my grandson. It's okay. Don't worry about it. You know. So, and him going to, and I'm mad I did not see this at all. Like, I wouldn't have called it. I completely forgot about, like, Garp and Kobe's relationship. And Garp being retired, I took him out of the game, like, pretty much. Like, he's not going to do anything. He's just going to train Marines. But it just makes so much sense. That's his apprentice, so Garp would do this. And I'm mad I didn't see it. And so, this goes into, like, the whole, when I was talking about, I don't see, I don't want Garp. But all the stuff I said about Relief that one episode, you guys coming at me, just apply that to Garp now. Garp, it would be the one that would be the most rise out of Luffy, the most beef out of Shanks or Relief's death. It would be Garp, you know. And I was also thinking this could even play a part for Kobe, to help him. Like, you know how Luffy had his defining moment to like grow and like I need to get stronger through Ace's death. This could apply if Garp does get taken out, and it'll be, of course, I'm saying by underhanded means. Garp, but I don't believe even in his old age, I don't believe Blackbeard can fully just take out Garp just straight one-on-one. I will believe it would be by some underhanded thing or some crazy reason why Garp actually, dies to Blackbeard. And it'll be like a catalyst for Kobe to get stronger, to eventually start to, because not really rival Luffy, but put himself, because right now, like, the difference in strength between Luffy and Kobe is no contest. It's like, it's not even, it was at pre-times again, and it got even worse now, you know? So, but like, this could be help Kobe's push. But seeing Garp die, does Oda actually do that? It's a toss-up. I don't see it, but it would be crazy. I think it would shock One Piece if he did do it, that he actually killed off Garp, you know? And, yeah.
All right, Seb?
All right, so I talked to a lot of people on Discord about this. So if y'all follow us on or are active in Discord, you know my feelings. I got big Harry Potter, Snape, and what's his name? I forget his name. Dumbledore. I forget his name. Dumbledore vibes. I feel like Aokiji is gonna clip Garp. I feel that. I don't know why, but like, one, you guys know me. I'm all about people that the main character is close to dying. I think we have a lot of Straw Hats that can't die, but we have a lot of people that Luffy cares about that totally can die. I push the Shanks agenda heavy. But if Blackbeard kills Garp, that works just as well, if not better, potentially, for what it could mean for Kobe's character, Aokiji's character. I just think we might get put into a situation in which Aokiji has to show and prove, and I talked about this on the pod before, prove that he's really down for the Blackbeard Pirates. And killing Garp, that would show and prove to me if I'm Blackbeard. You kill Garp. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know what Aokiji's actual mission is. I don't know what it is. I just absolutely love his development, though. Like, Garp going after Blackbeard. Like, this is such a Garp thing to do. Like, I don't care. Lawrence was talking about it. I don't care about getting permission. Hop in, loser. We're going Yonko hunting. Like, that's so dope. That's what I talk about. Like, he's Luffy just in the Marines.
Yeah.
Like, Luffy would do
100%.
this. Like, I'm going to go fight a Yonko right now. They got my
100%.
boy. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? So, I love that. And y'all already knew it was coming, man. I love seeing my girl Doll, man.
Stupid.
You know what I'm saying? Waifu of the week. It was. I was in my head between Lilith and 𝙬𝙀, and then my girl Doll just pops up. You know what I'm saying? And like, and the best part of it is, based off last chapter, they talking about sending people to Egghead. Doll coming to Egghead, bro. Let's go. Or she goes to Pirate Island. Either way, we get more Doll. But kill Garp, kill Shanks. I'm with all that. I'll pass it over to Lionel.
So actually seeing this again, the same thing with Garp and Luffy, like this, like more of this, I saw Garp. I just saw Luffy, but it actually goes into how Garp is as a person. And I'm trying to thinking of, you know, how you launched Jubunga, why wasn't Sengoku there with rocks? This is probably explaining the reason why. Garp doesn't really get orders to do certain things; he just does it. So like when we saw at Chapter 0, Sengoku was going to go after Roger. Garp says, "Nah, I'm going." And Sengoku's like, "No, you're not." And Garp says, "No, don't worry about it. I'll give you the credit. I'm coming too." And Garp's like, "No, like stop." So we see that Garp really just goes things and does what he wants. He probably did the same thing with Rocks. That he didn't get orders or direct orders to face Rocks. Garp just went and met up and saw Roger and just teamed up to fight him. We see the same thing now. He's doing the same thing with Blackbeard. He didn't get any orders, any issues to do it. Garp just did it. Like, and shows that Garp does whatever he wants, regardless if he's on the ranks or under the Marines. Garp doesn't care. He just, that free spirit, again, just like Luffy. You know, so that's what I saw with Garp. And again, I saw, perfect Luffy imitation we see with Luffy and Garp. Now, with the whole Aokiji and Garp thing.
Talk to me.
Thing is, and it goes back to what we saw in Ohara, right? Like, for instance, when we go into it, Aokiji said to pretty much the whole conversation with Sal. He said that pretty much that what you're doing, like what you're doing, I have to stop you, right? And we assumed that Sal died, but they never said that Aokiji was going to kill, or Aokiji said, "I'm going to kill you." He never said. He said, "I have to stop you." But goes to the same thing with the reason why he hates Akainu. Akainu's that person that I would kill crewmates, I kill friends, I would kill even innocent people to achieve my goal, which made Aokiji sick to his stomach. The reason why he challenged Akainu in the first place, saying that I can't have this person over me as my leader. Like, we're comrades now, but now you're a fleet admiral, you're giving me orders? Pretty much saying that you're going to give me an order to do something that I wouldn't even do for Sal. I couldn't kill Sal. So I'm thinking of Aokiji's personality and how he is. Like, he even left the Marines because of it. He couldn't even kill Sal, and he even let Robin live. You trying to tell me that same man is going to kill Garp? The real reason why he left the Marines? To me, I feel like it is crazy, but also I can kind of see it.
I know you can.
It's weird.
I know you can.
And it's
you know why that is? Because sometimes great writing is forcing a character to do the things they would never do. Because they have to do it for what they believe in. I can also see a scenario where Garp sacrifices himself and whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, man, people are forced to make decisions. And when you're in this in too deep situation that Aokiji's in, sometimes you gotta kill your heroes, man. Sometimes you gotta kill your heroes.
Again, he loves Garp. Like,
that's the beauty of it.
That's his boy.
That's what makes it so good.
Like, he couldn't even kill Luffy for Garp. You get what I'm saying? Like, he was supposed to capture or kill Luffy. He didn't do it because he was Garp's grandson. So that's what it's like the way Oda puts it, it could go really well, but again, it's going to be hard for me to see Aokiji actually doing it. Yep. Like, because his justice wouldn't allow him to do these things.
Yeah.
And again, he left the Marines. Now you're saying that I'm with a pirate, not getting those orders. Now I'm going to do it. It's like, to me, it's too wild.
Yeah.
And Blackbeard, I can't really see Blackbeard killing Garp. Not really. It's like give or take. That, but yeah.
We gotta get Larry's take before we get called, so.
Yeah. I know how to feel about it. I feel like every time I see Garp, it's super dope. I love seeing Garp.
Yeah.
I think anytime he's in a show, it reminds me of like My Hero Academia, where All Might is in the show, and usually like One Piece is a little bit better
Yeah.
than overall, right? I always get that feeling. I've always agreed with Sebastian that there needs to be somebody that is close to Luffy in order to have genuine beef with Blackbeard.
Yes.
I think that's amazing. I think for me, I don't like the idea of Garp going out to Blackbeard at this point. And I need to reiterate that for people because they're going to think something else. I don't think Garp going out to Blackbeard at this point is great for what I want out of the story because I don't see Blackbeard or think of Blackbeard or have evidence of Blackbeard being able to take out Garp, especially when he's never versed another opponent that hasn't had a devil fruit. And his main source is he has the yami yami. He can get him, you know, it's
Right.
So right now, the story doesn't really focus on Blackbeard's strength, in my opinion. It focuses once again on the heavy narrative, the heavy plot armor that he also has. And if if Garp dies to him, Oda better not off-panel it. Because if he off-panels Garp and whatever happened with that situation, the same way he did with Ace versus Blackbeard, I think that he genuinely will hurt the story.
Yeah.
There's been too much about Blackbeard that's been left off the table, but we just accept. And the main focus of that, and the main prime example of that, was the BOA versus Blackbeard fight. That fight should have been shown to dictate where Blackbeard's strength is actually at. If he just happens to just do what he did with BOA, I don't think he would, but I'm so afraid that he will anyway, just because it's been like this for so long.
So I think, and I feel that. I actually do totally feel what you're saying. I think Oda's going to use this as an opportunity to do a lot of lore dump with the Rocks pirates. Like, he's on Pirate Island, where he became Garp the hero. I think we can get that here, and that would probably be in a situation where we're seeing more from Blackbeard or whatever. But I feel you on that fear, though.
But it comes to a point where, like, there's so much headcanon about Blackbeard that you just said there's going to be an exploration possibly about Blackbeard's lineage and what ties him to Rocks.
I was just saying the fact that they're on the island.
No, but it ties to all that.
Okay.
That's the reason why he's on the island. That's the reason why his ship is named Zebek, this, and that, right? This is where it's coming down to for me, is that, like, we can't have that. Like, there's too much headcanon about Blackbeard overall. So even so, without you guys even noticing, you had to speculate how Garp would die and how it has to be Aokiji. Because realistically, in your mind, you know there's been no evidence that Blackbeard can even beat Garp right now.
In a 1v1? Nah, probably maybe not. But possibly.
But hold on. That's my point. Is that you guys don't believe it. You just make up ideas and headcanons to say this is why Blackbeard would be. And this is what I always try to tell people. We're talking about Blackbeard right now. We're not talking about Blackbeard at the end of the story. We're not talking about when Blackbeard fights Luffy or when Blackbeard's going for the One Piece. We're saying Blackbeard right now. Has he shown you anything that would be able to say, yo, I can take out Garp right now? But as Sebastian said, maybe not one-on-one, but jumping him,
that's the
for
thing.
sure. And I'm like, yo, this is what Blackbeard has always done.
Yeah.
He's always jumped people, except his fight against Ace.
Blackbeard from Passaic.
And then people be like, yo, the Shanks thing. And it's like, yo, even then, like, he wasn't Blackbeard. He wasn't as strong as he is now.
You're like 15 years old, man.
Yo, so what I'm trying to say is, like, if Oda does it in a particular way that makes it seem like Garp isn't Garp, I think I would have an issue with it.
Garp old, man. Get these old guys out of here.
So that's what I'll end it on. Don't care if nobody likes it.
No, I think people will gravitate to what you just said. I do have a question for y'all real quick before we get to calls. Who has a better roster of characters right now? Pirate Island or Egghead?
Well, Lucci's on Egghead, so Pirate Island.
Oh, man. Real quick. And Marv, post the number in the chat and all that.
Yeah.
I mean,
What I'm
more curious about the development, I'm more curious about the leadhead, the development of that.
Egghead?
No, lead, full of lead.
Oh, full of lead. Okay, yeah.
I think Fullerhead probably has
All right.
higher roster.
Well, before we...
Yeah, take it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, what's going on? This is Larry from that One Piece Talk. Who are you and how are you?
What's up, guys? It's 𝙀𝙗𝙪𝙢𝙗𝙖.
Hey,
what's up, bro?
What's up, man?
How are you? Thank you for
What
the
up?
super chats, bro.
Yeah, you're welcome, guys. What's up?
What's up? What's up?
So before I ask any questions, I just want to say I hope Blackbeard takes an L here.
He gonna take an L.
Seb,
He's not gonna lose though. You know what I mean? Like,
Seb, you already know how I feel about Teach, bro. He's been getting so lucky, and he's just been getting free W's every single time we see him.
yo, that's the point. He's supposed to get it the wrong way. So
Yeah.
only Luffy gonna be the one that, like, I can totally see Garp beating the crap out of Blackbeard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he's gonna walk away from the situation with the W, or at least alive. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever it takes, like, whatever's gonna happen, Blackbeard's gonna leave the scenario, and he's gonna be like still a Yonko, still good. He's not gonna be captured. Like, he's not gonna die. Like, I don't know if Garp dies. That's my theory, but like ultimately, and then something I was gonna point out for Larry, like, we want these things, we want these moments to show Blackbeard is getting stronger. Maybe Garp is that sacrificial lamb. That would kind of suck for us to see as readers, but again, he's old. You know what I mean? Like, there's stepping stones that you can get to this status and this level of strength that we want Blackbeard to be at. And an old Garp could be what we need. I thought it was Law, but maybe it's Garp. You know what I'm saying? But my bad, 𝙀𝙗𝙪𝙢𝙗. Go ahead.
No, it's all good. I mean, he can get away, and he can show that he's strong, but, like, killing the fist and then just walking away with the W, I think that's too much for him. But my question was for you guys. What do you guys think is the most underutilized fruit at the moment?
Underutilized.
The magnetism fruit.
Yeah, that's fair. No, it's fair. Totally fair.
Underutilized.
Oh man, there's a lot that you can do with a lot of these fruits. Like the light fruit could be way more broken than it is. The gravity fruit could be way more broken than it is. But I think the answer is the magnetism fruit. Kid could be doing more. As much, I defend the guy all the time. He could be doing a lot more with that fruit. So,
Yeah. I'm trying to think of another answer, but right now, again, Larry hit it, is the magnetism fruit, because Kid, he's wasting the fruit. And that's why I talk about before, you have some people's abilities that make them stronger, but there's some people who have ability that don't bring their ability to their full potential, right? So that's why I don't give people full on saying that they're strong because their ability made them strong. It's like, no, you didn't bring your fruit anywhere. And that's why I come at some characters. I'm not going to name them, but I come at some characters because, no, you only made strong by your ability and you didn't bring your ability anywhere.
How much I want to bet the character Lawrence was thinking of was Marco?
It was.
I knew it.
It was. 100%.
I knew it.
Lionel?
I'm trying to think of one too. I started thinking of kind of maybe bullets, honestly. I feel like,
Really?
yeah.
Bullets?
He's not even like really canon.
Bullets?
And he was pretty broken with his fruit, bro.
Did you not see what he did in the movie?
Yeah, but I was thinking you could probably do more.
Kid doesn't even do that, and he can do that.
I don't know a lot of that. Bullet's a wild answer.
He masked it in hockey.
I was going
It
to
needed
say...
5 elite people to do it. 4 elite people plus Smoker. In order to hurt it.
I'm still focused on the ability itself.
Okay, bro.
Yo, Smoker's another answer, bro. If he,
I mean, there's not much you can do with smoke.
Yeah.
Yo, if he could, let me stop.
Hold on. 𝙀𝙗𝙪𝙢𝙗, what about you?
I mean, you all gave really good answers, but personally, I think it's Robin's fruit being the most underutilized at the moment. I mean, because she could sprout ice from her walls, and she can go scouting like she did in Dressrosa. She doesn't really do that much, but that could bring a lot of information to the crew. She can make clones for decoys that would help them get out of sticky situations. She can make a bunch of just regular-sized hands and just do the fishman karate move that she's learned since time skip, right? Because she was with Koala, right? So that she's known that since time skip, and she hasn't used that. So she could have just done that and just done a ton of damage. And imagine if she trained in hockey too. Like, that's just a small list of things she could do to help out the crew too and make situations just easier. And for some reason, she doesn't. So I think for me, her fruit's the most underutilized.
I mean,
I kind of thought that too a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, so Robin's, it's hard because she just doesn't fight much. Like, she's not, and there's also entire arcs that she's just not even in, you know? So it's like, yes, she's underutilizing it, but like when she utilizes it, she does do those clutch things. She has used the clone. she has used it to scout in that light. She has used it to obtain information, and she uses it in combat. Like, I just think she's doing enough for what's asked of her. Could she be doing more? For sure. It's just she's just not that character in the series. So it like goes hand in hand with how Oda writes her in general. Like at any time, he could have her utilize the fruit to the level that you're saying and be that person. But like, what are we gonna see it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if we're gonna see it. And like, she probably even used it to that level or levels similar to survive the way she has over time. So it's like, I get Robin as an answer, but like, I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm a little too biased. Robin's one of my favorite characters, so maybe I'm a little biased on that one. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. And she kind of made up for it with what we saw in Wano, so
yeah.
I can't be too.
Yeah.
I also keep thinking of Mr. 5, but we don't see him. But Mr. 5.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people, bruh.
Like, I thought of Kinemon too.
Yeah. Kino's fruit's trash. Like, the fruit itself is trash.
It doesn't help you in battle.
You know who I thought of, which is probably not fair? Mr. 2. I feel like you could be not stronger, but you could be anybody, right? Like, he almost took over Alabasta, but like, it was only at the behest of Crocodile. If he was just more ambitious with what he's doing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he could have done anything with that. Like, you could, I mean, you can't be Eam, but like, you could be anything with that and take over, but I don't know. That's me. But Renoska, thank you so much, man, for the call and the super chats, man. That was a really good question. Oh, and I gotta ask you, who has a better roster right now, Egghead or Pirate Island?
Ooh, that's a good question. I mean, we're gonna have Zoro and Egghead, so it's gonna be pretty cool. But to be honest, like what Larry said, I don't think Lucci needs to be there. And people at the Pirate Island, I think they have a reason to be there, and it just makes a lot more sense narratively. So I think it's Pirate Island.
All right, man. Thanks for the call.
Thank you, Rionosuke.
All right, see you guys.
Have a good night.
See ya. Have a good night.
Damn, yo, somebody agrees with me.
He agree with you twice. Blackbeard and Lucci.
Super agreed with you, bro. We did get a $2 super chat from Toby. It says, first practice was light. Glad I made the stream. Thanks for being here, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hope track practice was good, man.
Yeah, Jeff.
Thank you for calling. This is That One Piece Talk. My name is Larry. Who are you and how are you? I almost forgot.
Yo, this is Terrence. I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Yo, Terrence.
Doing well, man. What's up, Terrence? How are you,
How
brother?
you doing?
Hey, not much, man. All right, I got one quick little thing, and then I'll get to my main thing. The add-on from the last time I remember I said that I thought maybe Luffy might fight Kizaru and beat him this arc. You know, I'm fine with that, and I'm also fine if I'm wrong and he ends up going to the final battle and fighting Sanji. But here's the thing. You know, a lot of people, I see the correlations with Sanji, you know, yellow versus yellow, you know, speed versus speed. I get that. The heat, you know, the light generates heat, you know, Sanji does fire. But there's also correlation with Luffy if you really think about it too, though. Like Luffy, you know, Luffy is monkey themed, you know what I mean? He's based off of Sun Wukong. You know, he's Monkey D. Luffy. And what does Kizaru mean?
Yellow monkey.
Yeah.
Yellow monkey, that's right. And also he's light. And you know, Luffy is the sun. The sun is associated with light a lot right there too. So there's some correlations with that as well. So just wanted to add that on there real quick. And then my main thing. You know, I love Oda, but I have my complaints about him as a writer too sometimes. Like one, if you want a shonen rival, why do you have kids? Especially when you write someone like Katakuri.
Mm-hmm.
Katakuri is awesome. Like we want a perfect shonen rival right there, and I feel like he's underutilizing Katakuri. I mean, there's still time. I'm right there, but it's like I don't see why you wasting time with Kid as a rival, and the fact that you have to create Law too. Like Law and Kid paired together makes Luffy shonen rival, but then you have Katakuri, who was like at first his complete superior, has a similar fruit. You know, both have special fruits in their area. One is a mythical Zoan, one's a special paramecia. Both are awakened. So I think Katakuri could get even stronger, especially since he has advanced observation haki. He can essentially get advanced haki in the other two areas too. So, I miss on the Oda's part. He can make it up, but I guess. But so far I miss on that part. So what do y'all think about those two things?
So I really like the correlation between the monkey status and the sun god status for Luffy and Kizaru. I think I agreed with you even that if Luffy was to fight Kizaru and win this arc, like I could see it. I totally could see it. I just didn't think the arc would be long. Like I think that's a long thing. Like that would take some time. And I just didn't know that I don't know if we're gonna be on Egghead for long enough for Luffy to straight up fight and defeat an admiral. But that's probably because I rank the admirals as high as I do. But I mean, Oda be skipping stuff all the time, so we're off panel and stuff, so he could totally skip large portions of a Kizaru Luffy fight for Lucci action, which pissed Larry off. But
it pissed you off when you said it. I saw your face.
It did a little bit.
Yeah.
If they skip it on Kizaru and Luffy fighting, so I can see Lucci do stuff, I'm gonna be a little tight. I'll be honest. I'm gonna be a little tight. So that's cool. In regards to the rivalry, we argue about this all the time. Like rivalries in Shonen can range, right? Yeah. The actual best rival for Luffy would be Zoro if Zoro just wasn't on the ship and he was out here trying to be the Pirate King, because he is a young with a great dream, trying to do something similar to Luffy, right? And he has Conqueror's haki, and he is that person. Like, he's him. Yeah. The way that you describe Katakuri, you know what I mean? Like, Zoro is all those things and more, right? But he gets accentuated because he's Luffy's right hand. And
for sure. I've thought the same thing too. Sometimes I was wishing that maybe Zoro was on a different crew, because he would make a good rival as well, but that's not the case. The case is he's on Luffy's crew, and you got Katakuri. So, you're wasting time with Kid.
So, what y'all think?
Honestly, I don't fully agree with Sebastian, because we both the greatest rivals that Luffy could have had would have been Ace and Zolo, hands down. Mm-hmm. But I do like that pretty much because, again, Ace had potentially brought a crazy amount of potential. His talent, Ace had a lot. And Zolo, in a way, shows that he is close to that, but not, at their level of, as in talent-wise, but he's right there with them. I actually like Kid not having that, because then you have Luffy, you have Ace, and you have Zolo have these talents and their prodigies and stuff, and and their potential skyrocketing, so obviously going to become strong. And then you have Kid, who doesn't measure up, but he shows that even though I'm not as great or potentially or talented as they are, I'm still fighting and shooting my shot, And that's what kind of all right, how many people are going to be going to be talented? Because we already have the Yonkos. How many Yonkos are beasts just born? You get what I'm saying? How many have those freak of natures or who just born with so much great potential? We don't really see that much. Kobe and weak people like that, Kobe, who are not King Discipline user, Usopp, who's not King Discipline user, they're expected to be where they're at. Maybe get that much stronger, but this is actually one of the first times we see somebody who is a King Discipline user, who doesn't have the same, same going for them as the others. Yeah, no, just in general, just their gifts. Kid doesn't have their gifts, but he's coming up. And we see his struggle. We see him losing an arm. We see scars on his body. You see him that he even gets, even lost knocking Kid. Because, you're not measuring up. Again, because we see these. And that's, I kind of like, it's not the same, it's a different story completely. And that's what I kind of like. It's not, all right, here's another prodigy. Here's another talented person. Here's another person who's going to be, finish Luffy. No, he's not any of those things. So, and that's why I like his story away. Because, again, it's a different view. Because Luffy already has that. Other people have that. Kid doesn't. So, but he has certain things that Luffy has. Just, he's not measuring up because he's not as talented or gifted or a genius like Luffy is. And that's what I do like about Kid.
You can just call him the Rock Lee of the series. And it'd be perfectly okay.
Don't disrespect Rock Lee.
We all know that when it came to the later part of Naruto, Rock Lee didn't matter anymore, right? That's the same thing.
That's disrespectful to Rock Lee.
I'm glad you bring up Naruto, Larry. So I guess for me, one of my quite standard on shonen rivals. I guess I'm using Sasuke because, while my favorite shonen rival used to be Goku and Vegeta, it then became Naruto and Sasuke because Sasuke, the creator of Naruto said when he created Sasuke, they were trying to create the ultimate shonen rival. And I think they did a good job with that because pretty much throughout most of that series, they went back and forth on who was stronger between Naruto and Sasuke. And there was always, even if you truly believe Naruto was stronger, there was always almost like a question of doubt. To the point where when they had their final battle, it ended in a tie.
But Terrence,
so
I think the
point
is, like you said, they were going out to make that rival, right? That dynamic. The point of One Piece is show that Luffy's the freaking guy. Like, it's like, I'm him. Yeah. I am him on all levels. Like, I am, to this point, even people saying the chosen one. I'm the prophesized child. I'm all those things. Like, I'm the only person capable of being the Pirate King. If you're writing that story, it's weird to also write that this other random dude from some random ocean with a similar dream is going to be comparable to him, instead of having it be someone like Ace, where they have to die off. Or, in all honesty, Blackbeard, who is his real rival in this era, you know what I mean, who's his antithesis. Like, I just don't see them writing a rival for Luffy like a Sasuke. You know what I mean? Like you said, Kid and Law had to combine to make a rivalry for Luffy. And that's real, but that's because Luffy's supposed to be the guy. Like, that's how One Piece is just written. You know?
I feel you on that. I feel you. I would have loved to have seen that, like, that rival for Luffy. And I feel like Katakuri, if done right, could have been that.
Larry?
Yeah. All right. No. I mean, I don't got much to say, man.
All right. Well, Terrence, thank you for the call, man. I'll ask you the question just like I asked Ryunosuke. Which do you think is a better roster right now, Egghead or Pirate Island?
That's a good question. It's close, but right now I'm going to have to say Egghead for sure. Especially one, Luffy's there, Let's see me some Gear 5. And then Kizaru's coming to an Admiral. So, with that potential. And also, I think 𝙏𝙗 should be there. He's an assassin, and their whole thing is to assassinate Vegapunk. So, hey, right there. So I'm going to go with Egghead.
All right. Appreciate the take, man. Have a good night. Thank you for the call.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Later,
Have a good night.
That was a good question, man.
I think we can take... We have mad super chats or no?
We got one super chat left. It is from Nerdtaku, $2. It says, "You guys are missing the best part. # more doll, please." Yes, 100%. Doll should be in every chapter, bro. Every chapter.
Just have her join the crew then, man.
Nah, that's too much.
Every chapter?
Yeah. I want her to stay on her morals, bro. She's a Marine.
Okay.
Yeah. I think we can get one more call, Marv.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
This is Larry from that One Piece Talk. Who are you and how are you?
It's Jevers,
Hey, what up, Jay?
Just hang up, bro.
What up, Jay?
Just hang up, bro.
Anyway, one little point before I get into my main question. They're both related anyway. Larry was saying he doesn't think Blackbeard could beat Garp because Garp doesn't have a devil fruit. But didn't Rayleigh say that he couldn't possibly beat Blackbeard, even though he doesn't have a devil fruit either?
See, this is why I told you to hang up. Because you believe Garp and Rayleigh are of the same strength. If you don't think that, then you probably think how you do, right? So
I think Garp is stronger, but it's just Rayleigh doesn't have a devil fruit either.
Yes, but
anyway.
Yeah, you already know. So keep going.
I know what's gonna happen. Anyway, my main question is, since Garp is saying that he's going to Hachisu or like Beehive Island to like meet up with Blackbeard or like fight off Blackbeard to get Kobe back, doesn't that mean that the law fight is already over and like Blackbeard already returned to home base?
It depends. There's a time difference that we aren't aware of right now. Like maybe
because the Navy was aware of the fight with Law and Blackbeard, and if they're already saying, "Oh, we got to go to Hachisu to fight Blackbeard to get Kobe back,"
So
The way it's looking
like-
to me, he's already there.
like Kobe could be there and
Right.
Blackbeard could have left.
Yeah, like there's no guarantee. Like Garp is just full-headed, right?
Yeah.
Kobe could totally be on Pirate Island and Blackbeard's just not there.
Yeah.
And it could be a whole thing where they guarding Kobe or whatever. Kobe's just there for deal or whatever. Like Blackbeard tried to make a deal with the Marines in the past. Like it could just be known knowledge to the Marines that Kobe is on Pirate Island.
Also, Avalo is not on the island
Dude,
with Blackbeard.
It could be as simple as
We
yo,
didn't see him
Blackbeard has Kobe and that is his base of operations, and Garp is just like that's it. That's all the information I need to go there to fight. It doesn't tell us that he beat Law. It doesn't tell us almost anything. Really.
We know the battle didn't end quick because apparently Blackbeard has Conqueror's Hockey, and when he clashed with a non-Conqueror's Hockey user, he couldn't really push him back, so he reverted to using his Devil Fruit. So if we look at it in that aspect, the battle is probably still happening.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess I make sense.
And if we're going off what Larry said about Pizarro not being with Blackbeard currently and possibly being back on Egghead,
Oh, Aokiji?
that can go into what
Pizarro,
I mean, not Egghead.
Avalo?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, Valo Pizarro. What's it called? That could go back into what Sebastian was saying about Aokiji, sneaking Garp. Like, we still don't know where Aokiji's been at this whole time, like the law fight's been happening. So he could be the one guarding the island, and that's who Garp has to fight when he gets there.
Yeah, man. Y'all see it, yo. Deep down in y'all hearts, y'all see it. Snape vibes.
Supervision. Yeah.
Yeah, and you see the vision. He couldn't even kill Saul when he thought he
Listen.
did, but okay.
We gotta go that next step. I mean,
Yeah.
Garp really dying?
Sure.
I mean, it's Oda, bro. Ain't
He
nobody
might
dying.
he might like fake it and
Yeah,
lie to
bro.
Blackbeard and say he killed Garp.
Listen, fake out death probably.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sweep the leg, yo. Kill Garp. Kill Shanks.
Are you done asking questions?
Yo, why you so
I'm
hating
done.
Traverse, bro?
Yo, because him 30 and
Yo.
like Zachy be coming at me for my Blackbeard takes, bro.
Leave Traverse alone, bro. He called in. He was all
Nah, he just-
respectful.
He's just mad I'm right.
Never, bro.
Oh, man. But
It's
hey,
good to hear from you, bro.
Jay, appreciate the take, man.
Thank you.
Seriously.
Yeah.
No problem.
All right, talk to you later, man.
All right, later.
Have a good night.
We did get one more super chat from General 30th. It says, it's $2. It says, who do you think is greater right now, Shanks or Luffy? Y'all in Discord know where I stand, but I'm a Shanks hater, so it is what it is.
I need you
think-
coming at Larry for your hate, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
I
you're
mean-
ridiculous with it.
I mean, a greater pirate, we don't know anything about Shanks as of right now.
So who you take?
So I would say Luffy as of right now. But if it does come to terms where like we do hear something about Shanks, then yeah, it's gonna be Shanks. I can't just say he's a greater pirate when I don't know anything about Shanks right now.
Luffy greater.
I think that's an unfair question to Shanks actually.
He's also more worthy of the hat. But that me.
Yeah. Did you guys answer?
I still say Shanks.
Same. That's what Shanks.
That's all fair.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna treat him any differently. So, yes. Anyway, guys, that's the end of episode 82. Thank you so much for being here with us. If you haven't liked the video already, please like the video. It helps build our Nakama up. If you haven't joined our Discord, join our Discord. The video description is in the bio of this video. Also, if you haven't joined me or Sebastian's personal channels, it is on. It's in the video description as well. Everything you need, links wise, is in the video description below. And shout out to all the audio only listeners. Other than that, my name is Larry,
Lawrence.
Lido.
Seb.
and it's that One Piece talk.
Jada.